Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on 13 News Now Plus. From now until 3:30, we'll have special coverage of Harborfest happening down at Town Point Park in Norfolk. Meteorologist Evan Stewart joins me in the studio, and we'll have the latest in weather, of course. And then we have meteorologist Craig Moeller and Alex Littlehales out at Harborfest, and they have so much in store for us today. So much. We're going to kick it off with Craig Moeller. Craig, I've been listening to you this afternoon. You are having too much fun out there.
Janet, you know it is always a blast here at Harbor Park.
Yep.
I say Harbor Park, Harborfest, Town Point Park. Yeah, I've only been doing this since '97. You'd think I would have this down by now. Town Point Park, Harborfest, it's amazing, and we are kicking off our special coverage here on 13 News Now Plus with a talk with the official artist of Harborfest 2025. This is Terry Wiley. Terry, thanks so much for joining us. Let me start by saying this artwork is amazing.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Let's talk about this. So real quick, we'll address this, and I want to talk a lot about your background, kind of how you draw your inspiration. This is watercolor. Talk to us about the process.
Yeah, absolutely. Watercolor, it's a beautiful medium, very luminous, and I loved it because it's very reliant on the drawing, and I love the drawing process.
I'm going to step over here just so Jason can get a good look at the artwork, and I still want to hear from you. So again, you were talking about the luminosity, or how it's very luminous, meaning there's a lot of bright, beautiful, vibrant colors, and you can really bring out the highlights.
Absolutely, and it's very tactile. It's something really fun to work with. It's fluid, it's alive, and one of the things it allows you to do is layer colors in a way that is very unique to watercolor, makes everything very brilliant.
Your inspiration here, obviously you do a lot of just natural scenes, and you'll do plein air, which is where you basically go out, see a scene, and paint it.
Absolutely. The plein air tradition has been around for a couple of hundred years, starting with the Impressionists, who love to drag their easels out on location and paint there. And we honor that today by continuing to do that exact thing, painting on location. And we have so many beautiful things around the Tidewater area that there's so many different topics available to us. So that's what I do. Everywhere I go, I like to paint what I see through an artist's eye.
Very, very cool stuff. Now you take a look, the crowd here, very diverse that you see at Harborfest, really representative of the area itself. You've got the water cannons, you've picked out little subtle things that you really have to have an eye for in knowing the area. How long have you been here?
I've been here going on 35 years now. The Navy brought me here back in the 80s, and we retired in 2019, and we loved it so much. We've made it our home forever, and continue to enjoy Tidewater quite a bit.
I love this. All right, now you were telling me, Terry, you spent some time in the military, and you've got a picture of we've got Virginia here, right?
Yeah,
Schooner Virginia.
This is one of my newest paintings.
I don't know, Jason, are we good on this? Can you zoom in? Let me step over here so we can get a good look if you can. It is absolutely amazing. Oh,
yeah,
we got some, that's fine. No. Everybody's walking through this sidewalk. No problem at all. You're good. You're good. Yeah. Go ahead. Tell us about this.
Yeah, the Virginia schooner is a landmark in Tidewater. It's something that usually part of every Harborfest, and I love schooners. They're gorgeous sailing vessels, and this is just a beautiful little seascape that shows off the sails and the romance of sailing days and sailing ships that we still enjoy today.
You know, we talked about your background in the Navy. Again, you spent time at sea. A lot of his watercolors are either from local scenes, or you do have several military scenes as well. So there's a lot for folks to check out. If folks want to come out, you're obviously selling copies of the watercolor.
Absolutely. You can get your own print of the watercolor. You can buy it with my signature on it, or you can get one without. And plenty available here. Come on down and get your collectible. This is a tradition that's gone on for all of the 40-plus years that they've been doing Harborfest. And it's a real huge honor to be a part of that.
Well, Terry has done amazing work, and you really need to walk around and check out some of his other other originals that are for sale here. Again, these are watercolor, and we talked a little bit about it. You enjoy watercolor. You've done some of the other mediums as well, but you've really settled on watercolor.
Yeah, I started off just with pencil, pen and ink, and kind of worked my way through watercolor, gouache, up to oil. I used to paint oil quite a bit, and I was happy, very well adjusted. I decided to put a little stress in my life and took up watercolor.
Now, if somebody's interested in learning to do watercolor, and again, I can tell you, I've dabbled. I was telling them a little bit in oils. I like pushing the colors, but to step into watercolor, what advice would you give them? And you actually teach too.
I do, absolutely. Well, first thing I would advise them to do is come on down and get in one of our workshops. They're real easy. They're available for people. You could do a watercolor workshop at the Art Center. Go on their website and click on the Create and Learn tab. Or you could come down to Virginia Beach Art Center, where I teach a 6-week class there, and sign up for one of our more involved classes.
Yeah, it's really something. Again, if you've never played with art, maybe you've always kind of liked to or doodled a little bit, you want to try this, this is a great way to do it. Now, I'm not going to let you go just yet, okay? I want you to hold on to the mic. Look at this. The interviewer is giving the interviewee the mic. I'm going to grab a couple of your other
Absolutely. Uh-oh, here we go.
Just to show you, all right?
Yeah, this is painted on location. This is the Historical Center in Suffolk, painted during the Suffolk Plein Air Festival.
So again, how long did this take you to do?
It was probably about 3 hours on location.
So you go out, and do you cheat when you plein air, or do you use your thumb? You do that? Yeah,
actually, that's a required instrument right there. That's absolutely.
That's a good one.
Yeah, this was painted up on the northern neck and on location again, and you can see it's dead rise. Excuse us.
You're good. You're good.
And something again painted on location. Beautiful spot up there.
That's nice.
Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, and this is actually something you and I were just talking about a minute ago. This is
Summer Wind?
This is Summer Wind Vineyards in Smithfield. Absolutely.
So let me say something here too about Summer Wind Vineyards. We're doing a really cool series of stories that you'll see on 13 News Now on how climate change is affecting the wine growing and the grape growing areas across parts of Virginia and around the country. And I spent a lot of time with Kim Pugh and her daughter that runs Summerwind, and talked about some of the different things. So I saw these that you did. I said, man, that looks familiar. We were talking about the Pagan River, and you did an amazing job capturing that. So you'll see those stories coming up on 13 News Now in the coming weeks. So check that out. And then you got just another one here.
Oh yeah, this is a little study. I sometimes teach a watercolor class, and this is one of the little studies we did in our watercolor class.
Yeah, it is awesome. Well, I want to thank you. I'm going to give you that.
Thank you.
Again, you know, it's all gorgeous stuff. You really have to come out to Harborfest and see it for yourself. Terry, you're going to be out here to answer questions.
All 3 days. I'll be here all 3 days, and come on down, see our paintings, talk to me, and be happy to discuss it all.
Is there a question folks ask the most, other than how much?
The most often question I get is, how long did that take you? And my normal response is, well, that took about 58 years and 3 hours.
Yeah, but those are the most fun 3 hours of the 50
Absolutely,
years.
absolutely.
Terry, thank you so much, man.
So much.
Hey, this is a great time out here. We're going to be coming up a little later on. I'm going to be making funnel cakes. So, you know, we get to have this fun talking about this. And again, the official poster for Harborfest 2025. I'll be making funnel cakes in a few minutes. Later, driving biodegradable golf balls out into the river. We'll explain what that's about. We'll be talking to the folks that are running the drone show tonight. We've got lots and lots of coverage for you from out here at Harborfest, and saying hi to a lot of folks coming through. It's a blast out here. For now, I'll send it back to you guys.
Hey, Craig, ask Mr. Wiley a question for me.
Yeah.
Is he still there? Okay, because I read something.
Sure. Yes, he is.
And
Okay.
ask him what his favorite painting is, his best painting. Ask him that.
Okay. Janet Roach is asking from the studios. She said, you know, you've done a lot. Okay. Do you have a favorite painting or one that you're most proud of?
Well, my favorite painting is always the one I just finished, right? So currently my favorite painting is the Virginia Schooner, but one I absolutely love painting is the pagoda. It's one of my favorite topics. I'll paint at the pagoda, and my other favorites are ones I get to do at the botanical gardens.
Yeah, you know, we've got the camera kind of on a fixed tripod, so we can't take you over to show you the pagoda, but it is definitely worth checking out. If you love art, if you want to talk to the artist himself, it's all here for you at Harborfest, and I can promise you, as we came over earlier, I said, Terry, I can just hang out here and just enjoy the artwork. So really outstanding. And again, Janet, maybe I should pick up a print or two for you. Would you like that?
Oh, I would love that, Craig. Thank you very much. I already know where I'm going to hang it in my house.
All right.
You know, I did read,
All
though.
right, sounds like a plan.
Okay, all right. I did read, the reason why I had you ask him that question, because I read that his answer to his best painting is always, the one I'm doing next, I can't wait to see it. And I thought that was a great answer.
Oh. All right. Yeah, well, he just said the one he last did, but Janet brought up, yeah, you like the one you're doing next as well.
Always the one doing, the next one coming down the pike is the one I love the most.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, again, Terry's going to be on site here for the weekend. And again, lots of great stuff to check out. I promise you, when you come out and you take a look, you will not be disappointed. The details and a lot of the subjects of his paintings are going to be identifiable things to our region. I mean, there's some things from other parts of the region as well, the Mid-Atlantic. But if you come in here, you go like, wow, I saw that. And the last thing I keep saying, oh yeah, and one more thing, right? But I got to tell you, we were saying earlier, you've taken some city streets, things that would just be maybe to the casual eye, somewhat mundane, but through the artist's eye, when you take a look, I'm like, that's gorgeous. And it's just a shot of the street of Norfolk, but painted in a way, capturing maybe after a rainfall. You look at it differently.
Love a rainy street. They call it the artist's eye, right? So as I go around Tidewater, I view things a little bit differently. Like, how would I capture this? How would I display this? And there's beauty in the mundane. There's beauty in the obvious.
Yeah, it's so great. Well, Terry, thank you. Again, I am going to let him go. He's got to, show some more prints to some more folks that are interested.
Right.
I will say, again, we're just getting it started out here, guys. We're going to have a lot of great stuff coming out throughout the afternoon.
All right, I look forward to it, and thank you so much. And Mr. Wiley, thank you too. Very nice. Appreciate it. All right, we can tell that it's nothing but sunshine out there, at least for today, and hopefully that'll stick around for most of the weekend, but maybe not. Evan Stewart is here. He's going to let us know what to expect because there's so much going on out there, Evan.
Yeah, it is, and I've been here a long time as well, grew up here. Remember many Harborfests that we've had showers and thunderstorms, and it looks like that trend is going to continue as we head into the weekend. Now we started the day off with some showers around. We have this area of low pressure that's pretty much sitting right over the Chesapeake Bay, and it's ever so slowly moving eastward, and it did bring us some of those showers out there earlier this morning, and we're still tracking a little bit of some rain. There's some clearing, as you can see back here across central Virginia, North Carolina, a few more showers popping up over the mountains, and we'll see a chance of a passing shower or two this afternoon and this evening. But the next couple of days, we're looking at the chances for some showers and some thunderstorms, especially into the afternoon and evening. As a matter of fact, we have weather impact alerts posted for tomorrow and again on Sunday for the potential for some of those stronger thunderstorms that could move through. Now, as we take a look at live radar, again, there's not a lot showing up here. Well, we are tracking a few of these isolated showers here through parts of Gloucester County towards Marius and up to, scattered around through Gloucester County, Middlesex County, little shower there around Free Shade Corner. But as we head off towards the north, we do have some more showers that have been popping up here around Exmoor up towards Onancock. And here we have a flood advisory for northern Accomack County because of some of the heavy rain that we had a little bit earlier. It's finally starting to wind down, but you can see Bluxom, Bullbeggar over towards Chincoteague and Assateague Islands. We've had some of those showers pushing through. Then as we head back towards the south, a couple of showers here around Back Bay in Virginia Beach and in northeastern North Carolina. Got a few of those isolated showers here. This is mainly right around the Pamlico Sound, mainland Dare County, Stumpy Point here, in between Roanoke Island and mainland Dare. These showers ever so slowly drifting off towards the east. So as we go here through the remainder of the afternoon, just a couple of isolated showers moving through. This is the latest run of Futurecast. And again, notice the main area of low pressure working its way off towards the east through the remainder of the afternoon. High temperatures upper upper 70s to low 80s. Now, as we get into this evening, looking pretty good. 9 o'clock, that's the drone show, which we'll also be streaming here live on 13 News Now Plus. So be sure to check that out later this evening. You can see weather's looking pretty good for that. Craig will be talking to some of the organizers from the drone show a little bit later on here in our streaming cast. And then as we go through the overnight, could be a passing shower or two. Now, a muggy start to the day tomorrow. Temperatures in the upper 60s to around 70 degrees. Notice mostly cloudy skies. And as we go through the day, stop it here at noon, temperatures in the low 80s, and there will be a chance for a couple of isolated showers into the afternoon. But I think as we get later into the afternoon and the evening, a little bit of a better chance for some showers and thunderstorms. Scattered in Virginia, a little more numerous here in North Carolina, and it's really the south side and northeastern North Carolina that's sort of under the gun for the possibility of some stronger thunderstorms. Again, this is 3 o'clock, one run of Futurecast, but it's showing a lot of the activity down here through North Carolina, and then we'll see a few more showers and thunderstorms into the evening. Now, tomorrow night's fireworks. That's also one of the big draws to Harborfest. There will be a chance for a few showers and thunderstorms in the area. Again, I think tomorrow evening, the best chance is mainly south side into northeastern North Carolina. Will it be far enough south that we don't have any issues or any problems for the fireworks show? We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. But there certainly is a chance for a few of those showers and thunderstorms around. So we get into Saturday evening. Saturday night, we'll notice another line of some showers and some thunderstorms moving through on Sunday morning, pushing off towards the east. And then later into the afternoon and evening, another chance for a few more showers and thunderstorms pushing through the area. So as we look towards both Saturday and Sunday, we are looking at chances for those showers and thunderstorms. Some could be on the strong or possibly even severe side. We have a level 2 risk for just about the entire area on Saturday and again on Sunday, meaning some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Some of those could be on the strong to severe side. So weather impact alerts for both Saturday and Sunday. And even next week, the unsettled weather remains with temperatures in the low to mid 80s and chances for showers and thunderstorms most days.
All right. Thank you so much, Evan. Appreciate it. All right. There's Alex. There's Alex down at Harborfest with your clipboard, ready to go. And I saw you're off the ship now. How are your legs? Are you steady there?
Yeah, well, I've actually been on the ship I'm not joking. I've been on the ship too many times. I don't even remember how many times I've actually been on the Kalmar Nickel because I've basically been on this tall ship. I've had the honor of riding this basically ever since Harborfest came back from COVID-19. So I'm practically one of the crew members at this point. I shouldn't even be wearing a 13 News Now polo. I should be wearing that baby blue Kalmar Nickel polo. But yeah, this is, in my opinion, one of the best, if not the best. I think this takes the cake in terms of the highlights for Harborfest when it comes to the kinds of ship you could see. So my photographer, Michael Woodward, is doing a great job of just showing how beautiful this replica ship is. And so a little history about this ship. You're going to notice it's very visually appealing. It's something that just stands out even for a festival like Harborfest. And the reason is because this was a Dutch-made ship from the 1600s, and it was actually sailed by Sweden hundreds of years ago. And so the history behind this ship, and you can see the crew just kind of decompressing from the parade of sail from earlier today. The interesting thing about this ship, again, one of the many that you will see here at Harborfest this year, is that this ship essentially established what is modern-day Delaware. So when Sweden was establishing colonies or here in what is current-day America, the first place that they came to was the Wilmington, Delaware area. So this ship had a major influence in developing the Mid-Atlantic region as we know it. And you can see that it's very colorful. It's the most colorful ship here at Harborfest, in my opinion, and it's not just because of the blue on the outside, but there's a lot of intricate details about this ship, and that is a nod to the original Kalmar Nickel, and it is a nod to sort of the European style in which a lot of these ship makers would design these ships with a little bit more flair. They wanted these ships to stand out. And, you know, there's just so many fascinating things about this ship. And another thing, too, is that all the rope line that you see here, I've been told, and it boggles my mind every time that they tell me this every year, there are 8 miles worth of rope and line here on the Kalmar nickel replica. And you would think, okay, well, it's all just for show. But it's not. Actually, all of the rope that you see here, all of the line that you see here serves a function and essentially serves the same function that it did hundreds of years ago in the 1600s when this was a Dutch warship. So obviously, modern day, they now have a motor and a navigation system. But pretty much, I was told by a crew member that if you took a sailor from the Kalmar nickel from the 1600s and plopped him on this replica of it, in theory, he could actually sail this boat because all of the lines are exactly the same. All of the manufacturing, all of the design of the Kalmar nickel is pretty much an exact replica. The only difference is that they obviously added a motor, they added a modern day navigation system, but even the steering mechanism that they use, this is a ship that is so old that it predates steering wheels, right? So there's no steering wheel that you'll find on the ship. What you'll actually find is something that they call a whipstaff, and which is essentially just a large stick sticking out of the bottom of the deck that a crew member is turning left and right in lieu of a steering wheel. So right now, this is Delaware's official tall ship, and it's now used for educational purposes. It's used for festivals like this, and all of the crew, or at least the people in the blue shirts that you see here on the deck, this is the Kalmar Nickel's dedicated volunteer staff. It takes about 24 people to operate this ship, even though it does have a motor, but to get all the lines right, to drop the sails the way it's supposed to be, it still takes roughly 24 crew members, and many of them, as you could see, are volunteers who simply just love the lore of tall ships, the history of colonial era ships. And I did find out, Janet, today that you only have to be 14 years old to actually volunteer to be a crew member on the Kalmar Nickel. So if things go horribly wrong for me here at 13 News Now, because of how often I've been on this ship, I think that they would gladly accept me as a crew member.
All right. Froze up there a little bit, Alex, but it sounds like you have had an absolute great time on that ship. I'm not sure if they would let him steer that. I know he says he's been on the ship a lot and that they would probably welcome him as a crew member, but probably not to steer. Yeah, that ship built in 1625. Not that one, obviously, but the original Kalmar Nickel built in 1625. And I believe it was, it sank in action in 1652. Alex, I don't know if you're still there, but I do see a lot of people on the ship because they are going to have public tours of some of the tall ships that they have coming in. They already had the parade of sail. That was at 12 o'clock today. We did air it live on 13 News Now. But the ships will be open for public tours from approximately 3 to 6 o'clock today, okay? And from noon to 6 on Saturday, and then noon to 6 on Sunday as well. And the ship tours are free and open to the public. And they recommend that you wear flat shoes because there's so much like climbing and steps and whatnot. So you got to be careful. And strollers are not permitted. So the entry and exit ramps are not designed to accommodate wheelchairs and walkers or other mobility aids that require a flat surface or a handrail. So keep that in mind. But otherwise, get out there and enjoy the tours of these beautiful ships because you can learn a lot about history, not just about American history, but world history. All right, we're going to go back to Evan. He's talking about the weather because to do all the things that I just talked about, you need good weather. And we may not have it for the entire weekend.
Yeah, not the entire time. And it seems like that's traditional with Harborfest as well. I remember back at Opsail when we had some big thunderstorms that rolled through on Saturday night. A few years ago, I was out there on Sunday and we had tornado warnings. So it's not unusual to see severe weather as we get into early June and around Harborfest weekend. And we have the potential for some strong and severe thunderstorms thunderstorms as we head into both Saturday and Sunday afternoon and evening. We started the day today with a few showers around. We had this area of low pressure that's been moving through Hampton Roads right now. It's pretty much settled over the Chesapeake Bay, and it's going to continue to work its way eastward. So that should lead to some partial clearing as we head into this afternoon, seeing that here across central Virginia and North Carolina. But unfortunately, that unsettled weather is going to be moving back in both Saturday and Sunday with a chance of some showers and thunderstorms. Now, taking a look at live radar, we are tracking a few showers in the area. A couple of showers here through the Middle Peninsula as we head down towards southern Gloucester County. A little bit of a heavier downpour there. A few showers up here through other parts of Gloucester County and the Middlesex County. But we've been watching this rain up along the eastern shore. It was heavier a little bit earlier here in northern Accomack County. You can see that we have this sort of blue-green area that's shaded in. That's a flood advisory that's in effect until 4:15 for Accomack County. And then as we get up into southern Maryland, Somerset and Worcester County. A couple of showers here down towards Exmoor and Onancock. A few more showers here around Back Bay over just south of the Virginia Beach ocean front, and then a little bit more rain down towards the Pamlico Sound. So we're not looking at a lot of rain out there as we go through this afternoon and this evening. As a matter of fact, I expect things to clear out quite nicely, which will be great news for the drone show coming up at 9 o'clock this evening. You can see that area of low pressure moving out and working its way off towards the east. Temperatures as we go into this evening down into the 70s. Now, this is 9 o'clock. This is for when we expect the drone show to go off, and things are looking pretty nice with temperatures in the 70s. A little bit humid out there. Now, when I come back here a little bit later, we'll talk more about those chances for showers and thunderstorms on both Saturday and Sunday. You'll definitely want to make sure that you have your rain gear with you. You can't take umbrellas, I don't believe, into a Town Point Park, but you'll definitely want your raincoat and maybe some more sturdy shoes out there if you're going to be out tomorrow afternoon and evening, and same thing on Sunday, Janet.
All right. Yep. That's good advice. Thank you so much, Evan. Now we're going to go back to Craig. Craig.
Now, Janet, I do want to say you asked for a picture. Okay. I want a funnel cake.
Okay, you want a funnel cake. But you know, Craig, I like to do my research. Craig. Now, a small funnel cake has about 300 calories. A medium funnel cake.
A small one has about, okay, go ahead.
Medium, 600. A large one, 900.
Okay.
But that's okay. We're not counting calories today,
Janet,
right?
and we're not having the pose down this weekend, Janet.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
we don't have to worry about, getting into swimsuit shape. We'll put it off till maybe the fall. We'll give it some time. All right, so Janet Roach, all right, this is TJ Berry.
Hey, how are y'all?
He has the best funnel cakes here at Harbor Park, guaranteed. You got how many trucks working? You got 2 tents?
I got 2 funnel cake tents here today.
And you also got what, corn?
I got a kettle corn stand and a fresh cut Mr. Potato stand.
And rumor has it we may talk to the Queen of Lemonade coming up as well. So lots of good stuff here with Mr. TJ Berry. All right, so TJ, Janet Roach, our beloved anchor back in the studio, was trying to tell me there are a few calories at times associated with your funnel cakes are pretty much calorie free. See, Janet, we're good. We're good. So
we fry every calorie right out.
Yeah.
Fry them right out.
Apparently, if you deep fry them, it fries the calories right away. So, hey, I do want to get into the very serious business of funnel cake making. And TJ, you've been at this for a long time.
Yeah, I've been at it since 2011.
Yeah.
And this spot right here was my first event right here, Harborfest, 2011.
And you've been running this since 2011, or did you work previously?
I worked for someone before that, but 2011 for myself since 2011.
It is amazing. He's got it down to a science. He has attempted or is attempting to teach me how to do this. And again, you've got right now one fryer set up. The other one we're going to have going later tonight and tomorrow. Right. But for right now, we got this one set up. So talk to me. You were saying there's some things to keep in mind as you make a funnel cake.
First thing is everything's hot.
Everything's hot.
It will burn you instantly. Are you ready for that?
Do not stick your hand in.
No hands in the fryer.
None of that. Whoa, man, don't do that.
Everything's hot, all right?
I am so glad you did that, not me. Because if I would have done that, Colleen, we're going to hear from Colleen in a moment, too. One of his associates. She would have been saying, see, TJ, we never should have let him back
Never
here.
should have let him back
Since TJ did it, we can just point and laugh. All right. So obviously, seriously, very hot. You said everything, remember gravity.
Yep, remember gravity. People like to take the tongs, the oil comes down, it still burns you, so keep everything pointed downhill.
Okay.
All right, you
All
ready?
right, so that's good. Now, you have batter, and I'm looking at just an incredible amount of soybean oil. You've got boxes and boxes of Oreos. We'll get into fried Oreos in a minute. And then you got a ton of flour and powdered sugar.
Powdered sugar, lots of powdered sugar.
All the stuff's good to go. So what are we going to do here,
All right, so
okay?
you're gonna take the little picture, all right?
Okay.
All right, and we're gonna make
I'll
one,
take
all
it.
right? You go around. All right, you ready? You got this?
You're watching the professional here. Again, TJ Berry, funnel cake, aficionado. This man has been doing this since 2011, actually before that. All right, and you've just done that, circled up, you've crisscrossed, you've kind of filled in the holes, so you got a good-sized cake.
Yep, give it 2 seconds in here to get its shape, and then let it float.
Then you just let it float. So how long do you let it go in there?
You'll see. It's all a color thing from here on out.
All right.
No times, just colors. All right, I don't know if y'all can see this now. See the edges start to slowly turn brown?
Yep.
When the edges turn brown, one flip.
Now, if you flip it too early, it falls apart, right?
Correct, yep.
Yeah.
So one flip, let it sit. Then we got the other tone for the finished product here. There
Look
it
at that. Beautiful golden brown. Actually, a light gold, okay? Now he set it down into a grate. Can you lift that grate? Oh, okay, he already showed you. But basically, there's a drying grate there. Little excess grease runs off.
is. The best part right here.
Here we go. Then he flours it or sugars it up.
There it is.
There you go. All right, so that is a professional funnel cake right there. All right. You're going to let me
Now,
try one of these.
Your turn.
All right. Okay.
All right, y'all ready for this? Here we
I'm
go.
a little nervous now.
All right, here, don't
we
do
go.
this one.
So, oh, look
It's
at
still
this.
a little hot.
He's giving me a clean ring here. I like
All right,
it.
you
All
ready?
right, here we go. All right.
All right.
So I'm going to start off going in a circle.
Yep, go in
kind
a
of around
circle,
the
yeah.
outside, trying to keep it in. Let's go.
Yep.
Okay, there we go. Okay. So doing good so far.
Yeah, sure, maybe a little higher.
A little higher.
Yep, a little higher, a little faster.
Okay, a little higher, a little faster.
Yep. All right, let's see
Okay, how
back
we
and
doing
forth.
there? Now back and forth. Now I'm
Yeah.
filling
Oh,
in
you
the
got
holes.
this. You're good. You're good.
We're
Yep.
filling in the holes.
Yep.
Oh,
All
I
right.
think this looks good. How we doing there? One more? We
Yeah, good. I think you're good. Let it drip a
Oh,
little.
how about that?
Yep,
All right.
all right.
So now I'm going to set this down here.
Yep, set that down.
Now I'm watching. Now I'm going to remember gravity down. Okay, we're not doing anything yet, right?
Look at
When
it,
do-
gravity up right there. One instruction.
Oh, no, look, I'm doing it. Gravity. Dude, you're good.
I hope you're better at the
Do I
weather.
want to lift this up? Dude, do we
Yep.
set it free yet?
Yep, set it
All right,
free.
here we go. And huzzah, we set it free. Now it's floating around. Up. Now see, I got a little bit hanging up.
It's
a little
okay.
bit.
It's okay. It's your first time, man.
But look, it start. Okay, we're watching it. I'm gonna just give it a little bit of love back here for the camera.
Yeah, keep it. Yep.
All right, there you go. Starting to bubble up, Jace. I'm feeling it.
All
I'm
right.
liking this. All right.
This is the big part
We
here. This
good?
is the flip. You ready?
Yeah, we good?
Yep,
Okay,
ready.
and keeping those gravity down.
Yep.
Is
keep
it good?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, we think we're good, so I'm
Yep.
gonna grab it
Yep.
and we're gonna flip it. Up, most of it. Look, we got one leg.
Okay.
We got there. I helped. you.
Colleen, come here. It looks pretty good.
All right, and I haven't thrown the tongs yet. I got one little outside. Look at Colleen's giving me she's like, okay, weather boy. That's what I'm getting from Colleen. You know, her words say I'm doing good, but her actions, I think, speak a little louder. This isn't bad.
So do I get to try the weather later tonight?
You can do it right now. Tell us about that.
Oh, the weather right now? Light breeze,
Yeah, that's good.
sun shining.
That's good.
What's it feel like out there? Maybe 78 degrees. What are we at, really?
We're about 81.
81.
Yeah,
I was close. 3
81.
degrees on a guess. That's pretty good.
That's not bad.
But-
all right. So
all right.
Are we getting close to this now?
Yeah, you
I
need to
wanna
get going.
Clean ones out
Yep.
here. Want to grab these
Yep.
guys right here?
Let it drain a little over the top. Yep, just like that.
Do
Just a
that.
little bit, just to keep the mess
Gravity down. We're
Yep.
good, okay? And I'm going to set it right
down. To the
there.
tray,
Okay. Oh, my goodness. I'm telling you, this is good. All right, we're good there?
to the plate.
To the plate.
Shaky, shaky.
Oh, I love it.
Should
Come
I-
on.
Don't get too much sugar on you. Keep going, man. These people like sugar. That's it. Perfect. That's beautiful.
Oh, I love this. All right. Then I grab this.
Yep. All right, now let's see what we got. Get that camera ready. Bring it on over here. Get over here to the
Look at
camera.
This is I almost tripped over the root there underneath.
Look at him.
Oh,
Hey.
that looks good. Very
Janet.
good. Craig.
I think he's got it.
I think that. What do you think, man? This could
I think if I
happen.
steal this microphone, can you work tomorrow night?
That's it. Hey, you know what? I am back here in the park, so you never know. Seriously, you know what? As many funnel cakes as they're going to sell here, they may need an extra set of hands or two. You guys got a sweet setup. Let's bring the ladies back in. Come on, Colleen. Come on over here. Cindy's coming in here as well. I didn't mess you up with that little bit of powdered sugar.
Oh, I'm not worried about it.
All right, we're good. All right, so seriously, now Colleen was the first person I talked to before TJ was here, and I got to get your honest feeling on this now.
You did good. It looks great. The swirl of the cake and.
You saying I got a little swirl?
Yeah.
I got a little swizzle,
wrist
faux shizzle.
action, yeah.
all right.
But how about the taste?
See,
I think you need a taste.
We are gonna taste this. All right. Which one was mine? Was it?
That one's
Not
yours.
bad.
This is
That one
mine.
might be a little more cooled off.
Yeah, but I got to eat my own creation. Come on. All right, here we go. And like some people wouldn't think to leave this little extra detached part already.
Yes, ma'am.
That's next level funnel caking.
That's the best
All right,
part.
here we go. All right. Oh, it's good.
Good.
All right, now Colleen, you have to take a bite of
All
that.
right. Let's see how you did.
It's one thing if I eat it.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Good.
It's legit. All right. What? Oh, Jason. Hang on. There you go, buddy. All right.
Oh, he's going to eat the whole thing.
Oh, no, wait, you can't keep it there. You know, Connor Reel's still out here. He's going to come after this as well. We'll have to share with our team. Now, I will say, and Cindy's over here, the queen of lemonade, and she knows not to get close to me because I got soybean oil all over my hands. All right, let's bring you in here. You've got some lemons ready for the squeezing.
That's right. Ready for the squeezing. I'm ready. Just waiting.
So what goes into one of your lemonades? You guys literally do some fresh squeezed lemonade out here?
This is actually fresh squeezed lemonade. We got the lemons. We got the knife. If you ever think it's not fresh squeezed, just come out here and see for yourself.
You'll see it for yourself. Oh, look, you got, look at that. I don't know about the squeezing muscles. Now I'm getting a little nervous. Hey, this stuff all looks great, though. This is legit. So, TJ, you were saying, again, they've got 2 funnel cake stands out here, and thank you for letting me come out and disrupt your business. But you literally have other offerings as well. The kettle corn, right? And then what was the other one?
We got fresh cut French fries at the Mr. Potato stand.
All right, so you really a little bit of everything. And you know what? This is Harborfest. So this is like the one weekend where you can enjoy this type of amazing food, and it tastes great. I know Evan was joking around about wanting some. Evan, I will eat it and think of you, okay? I just want you to know that. And I know Janet loves this, but this is really a weekend to just come on out with the family and enjoy
Oh,
it.
enjoy it. The waterfront's beautiful. The fireworks Saturday night are just some of the best you'll ever see in Virginia. So really cool. We got a drone show tonight. Always cool. You know, if you've never seen it, you got to see it. If you've seen it before, it's still pretty cool. So
TJ he's local to our area. You said Virginia Beach. Was it Kempsville area? Where?
yeah, grew up in Kempsville. I live in Chesapeake now.
Okay, all right. So you know the area, and you know how special Harborfest is to families.
Oh, Harborfest is the biggest dock party in the state. So
It is.
let's enjoy it while we got it. We got the big one next year.
Oh, next year with the 250 coming up, it is going to be amazing. This is awesome. This weekend's awesome. But I'm telling you now, mark your calendars for next year. The number of tall ships, we're talking like the ones that go 300 feet up in the air. It's like it changes our skyline.
Oh yeah, that's I've heard a rumor 60 ships. I believe is what I heard.
It's amazing. The list is incredible. And again, they will be right here. You said you were here for op sale, and you remember what that was like.
Yeah.
So I've been here for 2 op sales, and it is unlike anything you've seen if you've never been to one. It is unreal. So again, we want to invite everybody to come on out. Really, come on by. Colleen, Cindy, they're great. Especially since Colleen appreciated my funnel cakes. I really thought she was going to give me that.
Give you a thumbs down.
No.
No, it's wonderful. Can I try it?
Yeah, absolutely,
Let me
man.
try
I'll
it.
tell you what. If this passes with the boss, I'm feeling really good.
Oh,
What do you think?
excellent.
I'm
you know
impressed.
what?
Really good.
This is it. Yeah, hey, Janet, you tell our news director I may just hang out and make funnel cakes.
Okay, all right.
What do you think
That's
about
good.
that?
Just make sure you make enough for
Look
the
at
rest
Janet's
of
like,
us.
finally Craig's out of the newsroom.
Yeah.
That's it.
Craig,
You know, there's one thing that Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I was so nervous with you being close to that oil there. Well, you did a good job, but I was so nervous for you.
I know. So it's funny. He said one rule. Seriously, remember gravity? What's the one thing? Oh, no problem. Doip. So, that was that. But Janet, if there's one thing that I've known over our 47 years of working together.
Oh, my God.
It's that you are always angling. It hadn't been that long. It seems like it. No, we enjoy food like this. And if there's a way that we can look out for each other, we'll do that, okay?
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And TJ, good luck. So I'm going to be down there later this afternoon. So you've already given me 2 stops. I'm going to go see the art, and I'm going to have to go get a funnel cake.
Check out the art. Check out TJ and the funnel cakes. Janet, again, you will not be disappointed. And they're really, in all sincerity, great people down here. So it's part of what makes Harborfest special. I'm going to send it back to you because I've got some more places to go visit. And you know what? I can tease this next one. I believe the next one, oh no. Okay, we're doing one more. And then I think Connor Reel is going to join me for Pirate School.
Oh, that's going to be... That's going to be special. Yes, definitely.
It's going to be all right.
He had to do it. He had to do it.
We'll send it back to you guys.
All right. Thank you so much. And TJ, thank you. And yes, save us some funnel cakes. All right. Oh, man. 81 degrees. 81 degrees and sunny right now. Perfect day to go out to Harborfest, Evan. And as you can see, just so much to do out there.
Yeah, and actually it's 78. It actually, which is what TJ said.
Oh, it's what TJ said.
Yeah,
he nailed it.
Yeah, we're going to get up to 81 this afternoon, but yeah, it's actually currently 78 out at Norfolk International Airport. So yeah, TJ did nail it. He must have the app. You must have downloaded the app and checked that out. But we have been tracking a few showers out there. Nothing too heavy. We had some of the rain earlier this morning. That is pretty much working its way off towards the east. We do have a couple of lingering showers here in the area. We have an area of low pressure that's moving through the Chesapeake Bay right now. And you can see some of these scattered showers. We'll take a closer look at radar. Again, not a lot showing up here locally, but we have seen some of these showers. It looks like a little bit of a heavier one that's popped up here in York County. We'll take a closer look at that one in a moment. A couple of showers here through Gloucester County. Again, they're fairly spotty. A little bit more up through the eastern shore through Accomack County, where we had some heavy rain earlier in northern Accomack County, and that's what prompted that flood advisory in effect until 4:15. But as we head towards the south side, a couple of spotty showers through Back Bay. As we get down into northeastern North Carolina, a few more around the Pamlico Sound. Now, of course, it is Harborfest weekend, and it doesn't seem like there's a Harborfest that doesn't go by without a chance for some showers and thunderstorms, and we'll see that as we go into both Saturday and Sunday. As a matter of fact, we have weather impact alerts up on both Saturday and Sunday because of the potential for some stronger thunderstorms. So let's walk you through the weekend here with Futurecast this afternoon. Again, still a few lingering clouds and a couple of lingering showers along the coastline. Temperatures getting up this afternoon here, another couple of hours into the low 80s. And then notice this evening, 9 o'clock, we have the big drone show going on. Should be nice weather for that. Temperatures in the low 70s, partly cloudy skies. Through the overnight, could be a passing shower or two, and waking up tomorrow morning with a mix of clouds and sunshine, starting out with temperatures in the upper 60s to around 70. It will be a dry start to the day. But we have a cold front that's going to approach later into the day. And with temperatures warming up into the afternoon into the mid to upper 80s, we will start to see some of these showers and thunderstorms developing. Stopped it here at noon tomorrow. Again, we always have the time right here in the top right-hand corner of your screen here. And you can see a couple of these showers that'll be sliding through as we go through tomorrow afternoon. And then I think it's really going to set up across parts of North Carolina that will see the potential for possibly some stronger thunderstorms. And that's why we have that weather impact alert into tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. Go to 9 o'clock. This is when we're expecting the fireworks to go off. Again, one of the biggest fireworks shows along the East Coast. We'll have some showers and thunderstorms in the area. Will they be right over Norfolk and impact Harborfest? That still remains to be seen, but there will be a chance for some of those showers and storms, especially south side into northeastern North Carolina. I think if you're up across the peninsula, middle peninsula, northern neck, and the eastern shore, we won't see that big of a threat, and we won't see nearly as much in the way of rain. Things wind down tomorrow evening. Then as we get into Sunday morning, a couple chances for some showers and maybe even a few thunderstorms on Sunday morning as a little system moves through. We clear out into the afternoon. Temperatures get up into the mid to upper 80s. Once again, with that heat and humidity building, we could see a few more thunderstorms developing into the afternoon and evening. Here's a look at Futurecast taking us through 8 o'clock on Sunday. By then, most of the events there at Harborfest will be winding down. They will have already wind down, but folks will be picking up and taking everything down and putting everything back into their cars. So there will be a chance, again, for a few thunderstorms out there on Sunday evening. And again, that potential there is for them to be strong. So here's the thunderstorm outlook. Level 2 risk, that means scattered thunderstorms, some of which could be on the strong or severe side. And that really does include much of the peninsula, middle peninsula, eastern shore, south side, and northeastern North Carolina. That's Saturday. Not much of a difference into Sunday with much of the region under that level 2 risk. And this is just a reminder. I want to show you, this is our brand new streaming channel. You're watching us right now on 13 News Now Plus. We also have Weather Impact 24/7. So it's a 24-hour streaming weather channel that we have. We have video forecast updates. We have Futurecasts, live looks at cameras all across Hampton Roads. And again, we have what the current temperatures are all across the region and an hour-by-hour forecast. So be sure to check out Weather Impact 24/7 as well if you plan to head out towards Harborfest. And you can, of course, see the latest forecast from all of us here at 13 News Now. So the 7-day forecast, weather impact alerts Saturday and Sunday through the afternoon and evening for those chances for scattered showers and thunderstorms, and temperatures in the mid-80s into the middle part of next week, and still a chance for some showers and thunderstorms pretty much each and every day. Janet?
Okay, Evan, thank you so much. We're going back out there. Alex is going to tell us about the Elizabeth River barge. And this is what, like a floating lab, so to speak?
Oh, almost, Janet. It's
almost
the learning barge. So we are still on land, unfortunately. Sorry. We're still on grass. Can confirm. No, but this is the Elizabeth River Project Learning Barge. So basically, for those not familiar, the Elizabeth River Project is a nonprofit here locally in the Tidewater area. They have a headquarters in Norfolk, and their mission for a couple decades has essentially been cleaning the Elizabeth River, which is where Harborfest sits on to begin with, right? And so their mission has basically just been trying to clean up a very, what was once a very polluted urban waterway. And so I have Summer Mace here, and we have some friends alongside us, and let's go through the gambit of the friends that are joining us here today.
Yes.
So who do we've got? Let's work.
We have a lot. So these are all native animals to the Elizabeth River, just to show everyone the biodiversity that we now have. So over here we do have 2 hermit crabs and 2 whelks, or marine gastropods. You can see
I put my
him.
hand in?
Of course you can. Anything
Will
with
it
an
bite
open
me?
will not bite. Anything with an open tank you are free to touch.
Can you prepare me for the texture that my hand may?
Slimy.
Okay.
Maybe a little smooth. Yep, that's it.
Is this okay?
So
is he okay with this?
He loves that.
Okay. Okay.
So he's a smooth whelk.
Okay.
Smooth shell. And then over here is our knobbed whelk. He has knobs, both native to the Elizabeth River. And then as you can see,
Can I pick him up? I feel really...
You can try. He might be pretty secured to the bottom.
Oh, he is. He's stuck on there.
He's
he
a big
doesn't
boy.
like that. Okay.
And then those are hermit crabs, so they also made a home in, I guess, vacant whelk shells.
This one's a little scary. Okay, so I'm gonna put him back. He doesn't like me turning his home over.
And then
hermit crabs and so
whelks.
Whelks. Okay.
Yes.
Next.
This guy is an oyster toadfish. He looks like a toad and he eats oysters. How he got his name. We do have a lid on him. I don't want you to touch him because he has a very powerful jaw. He can crack open oysters with his jaw, and he also has a venomous spine.
So all a recipe for not putting my hand
A
inside
recipe for disaster, yes.
Okay, sure.
And then over here, we have a mummichog, also known as mud minnows. These are really...
I can put my hand in here?
You can put your hand in here.
Okay.
If you have like Cheeto dust on your fingertips, they might nibble.
Okay, let's see. I did have a turkey sandwich a couple minutes ago, so I don't know if they're carnivorous in that sense. But
they're opportunistic feeders, so they will eat anything.
Okay.
They're very important to our river. They are an indicator species. You know what an indicator species is?
I believe so. It's if I'm not mistaken, it is basically a species that would indicate the overall health of an ecosystem, a river system, because the more of these you have, the healthier and more biodiverse that ecosystem would be, correct? Is that sort of the...
Do you want a job here?
No, I think
I
I'm.
think you pretty much
At the moment,
hit the nail on the
I
head.
haven't embarrassed myself yet at
Yeah.
the station, so I guess I'll keep my job at the moment. But
in the past, there's been some toxic hotspots on the Elizabeth River, and in those hotspots, these fish had cancerous legions. So they are an indicator species because if they're not doing well, if they have cancer, that's a good indication that the river is not doing well. But now in those hotspots, they're down to trace levels. So all of our efforts we've done for the past 30 years to clean up the river and the harbor have been working. So yeah.
okay,
That's our
now
marchog.
on the right side, I'll have my photographer Michael Woodward see if he can spin around here. We've got some other friends here. These ones are a little scarier for those
How
that.
about we start this way?
Okay, we'll work our way up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these are our periwinkle snails. These live on grasses on the shoreline of the river. Kids love these because they get to actually hold them when they come out on field trips on the learning barge.
Okay. This guy.
This guy,
I
can
think
you
everyone-
guess?
I get this is a crab.
Yeah.
Correct. This
Okay,
next
let's
guy
look
is
at the color.
Okay. So,
What kind of crab?
is it a blue crab by any chance? Oh, okay,
Yeah,
all
it's a
right.
male blue crab. We're all familiar with blue crabs here. They are huge. They do a lot for our ecosystem and our economy. Really big in the Chesapeake Bay, our crab population. So we have a lid on him as well.
What is the latest on sort of the crab population here for the Chesapeake Bay? I know that obviously,
I've heard that it's declining.
Okay.
In the last winter survey, they aren't doing as well. That's about all I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so we move over from the blue crabs to even more crazy
These
looking.
spider crabs. So
Oh, you're touching it. You're just going.
Can you
for
guess
it.
why it's called
Oh.
a spider? I mean, a crab.
okay.
A spider crab.
Because it doesn't look like a spider.
It looks
Are there
like a
more
spider.
legs on this one than there's supposed to be?
So
or-
it has 8 legs and the two,
Sorry. Okay. No, go
two
ahead.
claws. So they look scary, but they actually are very non-aggressive, bad eyesight, and slow moving, so perfect for education. They
Okay.
actually have little sensing organs on the tips of their legs to help them find food at the bottom of the river.
Can I touch it?
Yeah.
Can I get over a few? Let's see.
Yeah?
Let's just...
Do you want to hold it?
Okay, sure.
Do you want to hold a littler one?
Yeah, that'd be
Okay.
better. Yeah. Okay, that one was like the big. That was the big mama of the.
That's about as big as they get. They'll get about a foot long with their legs extended.
Look, I'm doing it, Janet. I'm doing it. Okay.
Do you want me to take it?
Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
All right.
Seriously?
That was a lot.
Alex,
That was a lot.
come on.
And then we can end. We have just some things that grow on anything that doesn't move in the water. So we have some sponges, oysters, mussels, sea squirts, barnacles.
Okay. And that's the friend group we have here.
That's everything.
Janet, do we have any questions for the wonderful folks at the Elizabeth River Project?
Alex, I'm just a little concerned about you. I mean, you were a little. Your screams concerned me. You're okay. It's going to be.
I don't
all right.
like. Yeah, I'm fine. Okay. I just don't like. What's the phrase for? You don't like.
Textures.
Like tentacly, kind of textures, right? Things that are. Like that doesn't look natural. I know that that's very rude to say because it's nature,
It is.
right? But it doesn't look. That doesn't look like that should be, a part of nature. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude to him or whatever. But oh, there he goes. There he goes. I'm sure he's beautiful. Many people find it beautiful in their own way, and they serve an important function, as Summer was saying, in the larger ecosystem. It doesn't.
Yes.
It doesn't replace the fact that it is creepy to look at and touch. So.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. But I was wondering because that. The barge they've had, I think, over the years, like more than 100,000 students, all the way from kindergarten all the way up to college, coming on and actually being able to learn about several different things. Can you talk a little bit more about what the kids and the students are able to learn about?
Yeah, so the question I'm getting from my colleague Janet is that this is sort of an adaptation of the learning barge. There's a more traditional actual barge, correct? Mm-hmm. And so I'm curious where, the function that barge has served over time, and maybe why you found that this kind of setup was good for this setup here at Harborfest, and just overall the education that you've seen develop over the last couple of years, especially moving into the new headquarters over on Colley Avenue?
Yeah, so we do have our Dominion Energy Learning Barge, which is a barge in the water over off the eastern branch of the Elizabeth River, about 10 minutes from here. And so we've seen over 100,000 students, K through 12, in the last 16 years that the Learning Barge has been afloat. The Learning Barge on Wheels came to be once COVID hit and schools could no longer come out on the Learning Barge. We were able to actually bring the Learning Barge to the schools and do very COVID-safe activities with schools in their parking lot. So we would bring this whole setup to the schools, and this just really works as a good outreach. Has lots of storage in there that we're able to bring all these animals to different places. Yeah.
So 100, I think the short answer, Janet, is about 100,000 students.
Just on the barge.
Just on the barge alone, which is, didn't really have anything like that growing up in Connecticut in terms of like a field trip. So that's wonderful. And, again, as much as I could speak to them, part of, from what I've come to learn about the Elizabeth River Project, a part of just their mission to just kind of educate kids and adults even about just the biodiversity, the ecosystem that we all live around, and that make festivals like Harborfest even possible, right? So
yeah, it's a great time to celebrate the river.
Yeah, just excellent. A lot of
anything else, Janet?
I said a lot of great education. I think they learned about wetlands and wildlife restoration and sea level rise. So that's the one good thing about Harborfest, because there's so much fun out there, but the educational component that's built into Harborfest that makes it even more worthwhile.
Right.
All right, and keep the spider crabs away.
Yeah, if you
from
call
Alex.
the spiders, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But there's a first time for everything, right? So that's okay. I did it. I can tell my parents I did it. I can tell people I did it.
Yes. Well, if it'll make you feel any better, I once, doing television, held a Madagascar hissing cockroach on myself. If I can do that, you can do the spider crab.
Okay, yeah. Well, we're not all Janet Roach, okay, Janet? All right, so I'm only Alex Littlehales, so.
Oh, come on. All right, Alex, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay. All right, we're going back to Craig, and who knows what he has going on. Let me see. Craig, what do you have, Craig? The pirate school?
Let's just say I'm getting ready to set sail, me lady. Yeah, when you see the real pirates, you're going to be like, nice try, weather boy. Okay. I gotcha. All right. Are we doing this? Do you want to know what's going on out here?
We want to know what's going on.
It's kind of cool. We were just seeing Alex back there. Yeah, all right. Well, I am here with the Defiant crew and their pirate school, but guess who wound up in the stocks? What do you have to say for yourself, matey?
Guilty as charged. Who doesn't get a little messy every once in a while? Since when is that a thing?
All right, in fairness, okay, we could have hung this on him. I mean, I was sitting there thinking about bad breath.
True.
The truth is the man smells like fresh mint, so I can't do that. I don't know about leaving the seat up, but I think Lost Key would be good for me.
I don't even know where they are now. They took them from me when I got booked here.
All right, so we are going to get to the pirate crew.
It's more comfortable than you think, actually.
You're starting to get used to it.
It's not as bad as you would think. So how come I hang out here?
I was thinking about filing this one under Connor assignments, things that sounded good at the time but went terribly sideways.
Well, thanks a lot, Craig, for this assignment. Really wonderful. Excellent stuff. My hands are numb, totally numb. Won't be losing that's going to make me lose my keys more.
Tune in tonight for 13 News Now at what time?
Yeah, please do. I don't know what time. They didn't give me a clock in here.
We're gonna see if he's still shackled or not. You were over at the tent meeting all kinds of great viewers earlier.
Yes, the 13 News Now tent is way better than this. It's absolutely incredible. We got free stuff. We got Layla Cox is over there now. All sorts of reporters and anchors are coming through later. And Craig, check this out. I bet you never seen anything like this.
Oh God, he's out! He's out! He's out! Hey Connor, thanks, brother. Seriously, good to see Connor out here. All right, so you have a great photo op here at the stocks. Look at these folks. You want to talk about photo ops? Look at this guy here. He's got his hat going. I like that hat. That is awesome. What do you think of these pirates? Are they scary? No. Are they friendly pirates? Are they nice pirates? All right, I'll take his word for it. All right, let me introduce you to the Defiant Pirate Crew. And this is amazing. I'm just going to take a quick second. We've got helicopters doing a flyover here. This is what is so awesome about Harborfest. You're getting military demonstrations. There's going to be Coast Guard rescue demonstrations. The Navy's here. This whole weekend is like a giant hug from our community to those that are out on the water, our military men and women, and it comes right back. It really is cool. Now, as we have to get back to dealing with our pirates here.
We got Navy and Old Navy.
Yeah, when you talk about Old Navy, we're not talking a shopping center. We're talking Old Navy. Let me get some names here. What's your name?
Fingers.
What is it?
Fingers.
Okay, and you?
Mallison.
Mallison?
Barnaby Wild.
Wait, Barnaby, wow, okay. I see what they did there. You guys have some real pirate implements here, and you guys are real throwbacks to folks that may have been sailing these waters a couple hundred years ago.
Absolutely, yes.
Right, you can't throw a cannonball around Norfolk without running into a pirate. So that's what we're here for. We're here to celebrate the wonderful maritime history of Norfolk and celebrate it through piracy.
Yeah, this stuff is so cool, and you guys have some authentic stuff. Now, this just looks like a little, little chunk here, but this has some real weight. This is a cannonball. Tell me about it.
That's a 12-pounder cannonball, and you see it's getting a little warm in the sun.
Yeah.
We would actually put these in the oven, get it red hot, shoot it at the other ship, and start a fire with it. That's where the phrase hot shot comes from.
Huh. So there you go. I mean, that's one tactic. I was talking about this. I mean, literally everything you said on a pirate ship becomes a weapon. Right?
Exactly, yes.
Right, anything can, so like this, obviously this is a hatchet or an axe, but it's also a prier to break open the locks of the treasure ship and also to climb up the side of the ship. So you can climb up the side of the ship, cut the rigging, jump on board, break open the chest, take all the gold, run away. No, I mean, get back on your own ship.
Yeah, that's right. That's something else. This is wild. You have some of these different little implements. These look like maybe little handcuffs.
Yes, these are called manacles, and they're for recruiting.
Yeah, you didn't wait. Trust me. Talk to our local Coast Guard recruiters. They're not using these. They actually have good programs to offer you. Back in the day, though, they would literally, you were conscripted, basically.
Exactly, that's right. And for navigation, this tool is a cross staff. You would use this to measure the height of the sun. So you'd line up the horizon and the sun. And I think that's why they wore eye patches, because you have to stare at the sun to do this.
Huh, that's interesting.
Finally invented that one that uses the sun's shadow.
That's really amazing. So they would look at the sun to set that up.
Yeah, even that's one of the tools even Columbus had with him.
That is wild. So let me ask you guys, just with history here, we talk a lot about Blackbeard and, he basically ruled the Outer Banks for a while and had his time. What was the heyday for pirates like here in this local area? Are we talking a couple hundred years ago? What's roughly the time?
Yes, late 1600s up to about 1720.
Okay, 1720.
Yep.
Well, that was it for him.
Blackbeard was killed in 1718, yes.
Yeah. So after that, like, you know what? We're good.
Yeah, we're based for Christopher Moody, the pirate.
Okay.
So he was hanged in 1722 off the coast of Africa, but he sailed this area for a while too.
Okay, I did not know that. You guys do spend a lot of time. I mean, the costumes are amazing. You look great, and I'm sure you see a lot of people that get super excited just to see and talk to you about that. But you guys are kind of on a mission here, educating people about pirates.
It really is education, and like we say, the piracy is the hook to get their attention.
Arr. Arr, yes.
Yeah, and also don't forget, it's not a costume if you wear it every day.
That's right.
Does that become your identity or just your wear? I like that.
It's a projection of your person.
Let me ask you, what are some of the most common questions that people ask? Like, what do people want to know most about? What do you think?
Oh, what do pirates eat?
Oh, okay, so what do they eat?
Pirates eat hardtack.
Okay.
It's made from biscuit, hard biscuit.
All right, so, and then how do they prepare that?
They slam it against the table. They take this
They
axe,
crack it?
They crack it like this, and they mix it with rum and molasses, and then they eat it.
Wow. And what would it taste like? The rum and
Terrible.
molasses?
Rum
Yeah,
and molasses.
it sounds very interesting for sure. You guys, I noticed you have a schedule here too. So, there's lots of stuff for kids to come up and check out, but you guys actually have like a pirate school that you offer about every other hour. Do you know the schedule by chance?
3 and 5.
1, 3,
1, 3, and 5 each day.
Yep, every day. And throughout the day, in addition to the pirate school, we've got educational activities, we've got hands-on games, we have colonial games and tavern games. We have some fun coloring activities. It's not necessarily piratey or colonial era, but everybody likes to draw their own pirate flag, so it gives them a chance to make their pirate flag. And we're happy to talk about anything you want to talk about related to pirates and pirate history. We'll teach you how to talk like a pirate.
Oh, all right. So I am interested in that. Well, you guys got like a short course, like something that I should remember when I try to do that, other than drawing out my R's?
Well, yes.
That's
and
a key.
For the pirate school, we teach them how to talk like a pirate, how to be a lookout, how to use a block and tackle so one person can do a big job.
Okay.
We also do a line haul so a lot of people can do an even bigger job.
Wow.
So, yes, how's the pirate say yes?
Aye. All right, I had to think about that. Yes, also like a Scotsman. Aye. All right, so that's pretty good, right? Look, you came up. Aye. I love the beards, man. I mean, I'm too clean cut. They wouldn't buy me for a second.
Well, honestly, in the time, the people with beards and mustaches, facial hair, were either criminals, insane, or pirates. So.
So I wouldn't qualify, which is, I guess, a good thing for me. Hey, you guys have this. If you can come out here, let's talk a little bit about what we're looking at here. I thought this was really neat as well.
Yes.
It really is educational.
It is. So, yeah, one of my crew members made this. It shows the cutaway view of the cannon. Cannons are muzzle loaded, so everything gets loaded down the barrel. But you can see where.
Start with the powder bag.
First, you would use the powder bag. Usually in our time, it was a silk bag, kind of wrapped in powder, and then some wadding,
right.
Then the ball,
You're good. You're okay.
and then some more wadding. Because these weren't in a tight fit, you need that wadding last. So with the rolling boat, the ball doesn't roll out.
I know. Okay. Again, we've talked about this. I have been around the world seeing cannons and all of this. We've been up to Petersburg. You can see these incredible cannons even here across Virginia. I never knew that was a thing.
That's also why in a lot of movies and things you hear, they'll say fire on the up roll.
Yes.
It's because the cannonball is the most tightly seated against the powder at that moment.
Wow. All right. See, guys, in all seriousness, this is legit. This is stuff I never knew, and to hear you talk about that, it makes perfect sense. But these things that we've learned over the years, this is awesome. So again, you had the packing, then they would have, this would be the detonation?
Well, this is it's called a prick or a wire to puncture the bag. Then you pour gunpowder in that. And then you've got this lens stock here with what's called slow match.
Okay.
It's kind of like a fuse that burns a couple inches an hour. The main thing is it keeps a glowing end on it. So as soon as you touch that to the powder, that burns in, then everything takes off.
Okay. And how long was the whole process? Do you know like how long it would take to load, pack, go, and launch?
About 20 seconds if you're a good crew.
So they're pretty quick?
Yeah, they're pretty quick.
It'd be a team of 4 men usually. It depends on the ship. Are you at sea or are you on land? Is it a naval cannon? Is it an artillery cannon? But a team of 4, 20 seconds, 30 seconds at the most.
That's amazing. That's almost like the musket loading time. They were loading cannons that quickly. Now, again, this is just so interesting, and since I've got you here, I'll keep asking. You know, I know the cannons would kick, and there were mountings so that they wouldn't roll back and slam across the ship. But what do they do? I mean, a lot of times when you see pirate ships depicted, the cannons are right up, almost out of the side. I mean, it rolls back, they try to pack it, and then they get it back up?
Yeah, and in fact, early on, 1500s, the Spanish ships didn't have wheels, only had 2 wheels, so they had to lean outside the ship to load it. And that's when the English started picking them off. The English used a 4-wheeled carriage, and America started doing that too.
That makes so much sense. Well, obviously, a tremendous amount of naval history here, and I appreciate you guys standing out in the sun with me. I got, for the record, guys, and I know Evan's back there, this hat's helping keep a little bit of shade on me, but the difference between standing out, it is a gorgeous day here.
Beautiful out here.
It really
Everyone
is.
should come out.
Yeah, it is a little warm. The breeze, I mean, look at our pirate flag. You see that, and you'll just start talking like this.
That's right, I know.
So it does feel great out here. But when you come out, remember the sunscreen, and again, dress appropriately, light loose-fitting clothing the way to go.
But not a loose cannon.
Not a yeah.
wants a
You
loose
want your cannons loose. You don't want loose lips, and you don't want loose cannons.
That's right.
All right. So give me anything else with pirate speak, or if I was going to carry myself as a pirate, what's the one bit of advice you'd share? outside of hurting people. And,
Not rum.
Yeah, his brain went to so many places. It's amazing.
Best huzzah!
Huzzah! I love it, guys.
Oh, my goodness.
Thank you so much. Good to see you. Good to see our other pirates back there working with the kids. Yeah, you've got a couple. I'll tell you, a lot of fun. If you can come on out and spend some time with the Defiant Pirate crew, they're awesome. Okay, I'm told our anchor, Janet Roach, has a question. Fire away!
Okay, Craig, you fit right in. You fit right in. All right, so, I mean, the one question is,
I think the shirt.
Yeah, the shirt might not work, but the hat's perfect. What's the one thing that they would say is the most surprising thing that people can learn about a pirate? Like the one thing that people wouldn't expect?
That's a great question. So Janet just asked, what's the one thing that people might be really surprised to know about pirates? Can you think of anything?
One I could think of, how short piracy really was, each pirate. For as famous as Blackbeard was, he was only a pirate 2.5 years.
Really? Oh, I thought this was spanned like a decade or more.
Yeah, the average was about 2.5 years for each pirate.
Is it typically their fate that got them?
Yeah, there were very few that ended legitimately.
That's interesting.
Although Captain Morgan was one of them.
You know, one thing I was thinking too, when you said short, I was thinking in stature a little bit. If you look at the Constitution, some of the older ships, I mean, it was typically a fairly short crew. People weren't quite as tall back then. I mean, can you think of any famous examples of any pirates that were large or small or anything?
Well, talking about the low decks, that's where the phrase "not enough room to swing a cat."
Oh.
But they're talking about the cat of nine tails, not a feline, right?
Right. No, you wouldn't want to swing a
A
feline.
lot of time crouching. They weren't necessarily short. That was to make the ship more efficient, more compact, and so they would just crawl.
We're gonna
Basically,
add another layer of
Yeah.
guns
Yeah.
if we shrink everything down.
Well, I gotta say, I love not the costumes. I love the clothing. All right, but I'm not sure if it is a pirate's life for me. If I gotta,
It is. It's always pirate.
it's good to be a pirate.
It's good to be a pirate. All right, as long as, again, you get to run a little bit more than 2.5 years, I'm sure it is great.
It is.
You guys, so much fun. Thank you
Thank
guys
you.
for
We're here all
taking
weekend.
time. Yeah, come on by and check out the Pirate School. And again, you said each day at 1, 3, and 5.
1, 3, and 5. Yes.
All right, guys, it is worth your while, and if you've got a little one, they will love it. I'm going to take this. I just realized that my hair is now shot for the rest of this live stream and all of our news tonight, but that is a beautiful hat. So thank you guys so much. Janet, I'm going to try to get myself back together. I know Alex has some more.
Okay.
What do you want to talk about next?
All right, we're going to talk a little bit about traffic, and thank you so much to the Defiant crew. We appreciate that. So now, if you plan on heading out to Harborfest this weekend, there are several parking restrictions and road closures you need to know about. Marta Berglund breaks those down for us.
On Waterside Drive, eastbound lanes are closed from Main Street to Martins Lane for event setup. Westbound traffic from Atlantic Street to Main Street is also blocked off. The feeder lane from St. Paul's Boulevard to Commercial Place is closed, but garage access is still available. Garage access on Waterside Drive will also be available to festival goers via Atlantic Street. Moving over to Martins Lane, southbound traffic is closed from Main Street to Waterside Drive. The only exception to that will be Saturday from 9 to 11 p.m. to allow people to exit the parking garage. Drivers will still have access to Town Bank and Prince Books parking. On Atlantic Street, southbound lanes from Main Street will be closed, but drivers will be able to travel northbound from Waterside Drive to Main Street. Bush Street is only closed until this evening at 9 from City Hall Avenue to Main Street due to festival vehicle staging. Commercial Place between Waterside Drive and Main Street will stay open to traffic throughout the weekend as well. Parking will be restricted on Waterside Drive, Atlantic Street, Main Street, Plume Street, Brook Avenue, as well as on Randolph and Radar Streets. Festival goers will not be able to park in Harbor Park Lot F.
Thank you, Marta. Our Jordy Clark has also been out there since 4:30 this morning, watching as the city prepares for this iconic event filled with activities. Let's take a look at what event goers can expect if they plan to head out there this weekend.
The 49th annual Harborfest is underway, America's largest, longest-running free maritime festival. From demonstrations and water activities to nighttime spectacles on the waterfront, some great eats and vendors to shop from, which event goers we spoke with say they're all excited to experience.
I'm retired 30-year Navy, so I just want to be on the water and just kind of get back into that life, get my sea legs back.
I guess I'm also really excited to try the food. I haven't been to a festival in forever.
I think I'm excited to do all the activities they have to offer, like the virtual reality.
I'm excited for the food.
That's what I'm excited for too. With returning faces and plenty of new ones, such as these students, vendors alike say they're just generating more business.
Well, it's the new faces, but it's the old faces too. We get repeat people we see every year we come here. We really enjoy that. And we hire local people from here.
Harborfest has become home to a wide variety of world cuisines and these dozens of vendors and shops.
Usually when people come to festivals, they have a hard time finding something that's gluten-free, something that's dairy-free. So it's very difficult because there's so many options, like you mentioned. But we specialize for those people, but it's a cheese for everybody.
And with dozens of options to choose from, vendors say they're just excited to serve the community.
I don't know what makes everybody tick, but everybody seems to be happy when they get here. They're making a lot of noise, and you're making a lot of noise, and somebody's happy, you know.
Lemonade looks good. Yes. Freshly squeezed lemonade. We'll have to talk a little bit about the food a little bit later, Evan. But for now, everybody wants to know about the weather, and so far today, it's holding up great.
Yeah, we had some of the rain a little bit earlier, but I have a word. This is for Alex. You might remember Alex earlier. Yeah. He had the crab out there. There's not really a fear of tentacles or those sorts of things, but there is chapodophobia, which is the fear of chapodophobia. Think of pod, pod like feet, podiatrist. But that's fear of octopi, octopuses, and squid. So that's sort of along the same lines. I'm guessing, yeah.
He's been diagnosed.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. That's the official 13 News Now Weather Impact Team diagnosis for Alex, because he wasn't too fond of that crab. Probably a little better when you throw him in some hot water and boil him up, I guess. Area of low pressure spinning around here through Hampton Roads right now, pushing off towards the east. It did bring us some of those showers earlier this morning, and even some heavier rain through the outer banks, but things are starting to improve as that low works its way off towards the east. Still tracking a couple of showers out there right now, nothing too terribly heavy, certainly nothing severe out there. And as we switch over to live radar again, there's not a lot. We were tracking a couple of little showers here through parts of the peninsula, and they've pretty much fallen apart. Just a few leftover sprinkles here around Langley Air Force Base and here towards Slow Walter Road, a little bit of a shower there. That's just about it. Still a few showers here through Gloucester, Matthews County, over towards Hudgens. A little bit of a heavier downpour. Had some heavy rain earlier. Here through Accomack County, still some heavy rain. Up there into southern Maryland, we have that flood advisory that runs here for another couple of hours. We're not seeing much rain there, but there could be some standing water on some roadways still up along northern Accomack County, and especially into Somerset County into southern areas of Maryland. North Carolina, a couple of showers here just east of Stumpy Point into the northern areas of the Pamlico Sound. That's slowly drifting towards the north. So getting close to Oregon Inlet, the Outer Banks there of Dare County. That's about it. But it wouldn't be Harborfest without the mention of showers and thunderstorms. I've been here through many Harborfests, and many times we've seen those showers and thunderstorms roll through, some of them on the strong to severe side, and that potential is there into tomorrow afternoon and evening. This afternoon and evening, that low pulls out 9 o'clock for the big drone show. Weather's looking pretty nice. Now, I'm not too concerned about the winds out there. We will see those temperatures down into the 70s, so should be nice for the drone show. Overnight, we could have a couple of passing showers moving through, and then we turn our attention to Saturday. Now, both Saturday and Sunday are weather impact alert days because we do have the potential for some strong, possibly severe thunderstorms moving in. Saturday morning, generally cloudy, temperatures in the upper 60s to around 70 degrees. Should be dry through midday. But as we get into the afternoon, looking at a few showers and thunderstorms firing up. Now, I think the best chances into the afternoon will be across the south side and especially North Carolina. This is Futurecast taking us through 3 o'clock. Notice temperatures well up into the 80s, so warmer tomorrow. Some sunshine, warmer temperatures, increasing humidity. All the ingredients that you need for some of these showers and thunderstorms to develop. And again, the potential is there for a few stronger thunderstorms. Same thing even into the evening. We'll stop it here at 9 o'clock. That's when the fireworks show is scheduled to go off. And again, one thing to remember with all of these computer models is it's just one run of one model with a prediction of where it thinks that those showers and thunderstorms will be. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be over Chesapeake and Virginia Beach at 9 o'clock tomorrow. It might be a little farther north. It might be a little farther south. And so there is the potential that we could have some impactful weather as we lead up to the fireworks show. So that's something we'll, of course, continue to track. Tim and I are in here tonight. Taylor will be in tomorrow morning, Hunter tomorrow afternoon and evening. So we'll be tracking these thunderstorms. And Craig will be out there tomorrow morning out at Harborfest as well with a few more live shots. Now, as we go into the evening and the overnight, another chance for a few showers. This is Sunday morning. Could be a rumble of thunder as we start the day, dry through midday, and then into the later afternoon and evening, another round of showers and thunderstorms could be moving through. And again, the potential is there for some stronger thunderstorms on Sunday evening. So 2 days that we have weather impact alerts posted. Here's the thunderstorm outlook for Saturday. Notice a level 2 risk for just about all of Hampton Roads. That means scattered strong to severe thunderstorms are possible. This will be mainly from about 2 to 10 p.m. on Saturday. Same thing on Sunday. Again, I'll back up. This is Saturday. This is Sunday. Not much different. So that potential is there for some afternoon and evening strong to severe showers or thunderstorms. So this is a reminder that we have weather impact 24/7. You're watching us here on 13 News Now Plus. We also have a streaming channel here on 13 News Now Plus that has 24/7 weather. We have weather videos. We have constantly updating forecasts. We zoom all around Hampton Roads, show you live radar, as we're seeing right now here across the peninsula, have current temperatures. And here on the side of the screen, we have constantly updating temperatures, and down along the bottom, we have an hour-by-hour forecast. So this is streaming 24/7, frequently dropping in some of our forecasts, some satellite views of the tropics. So remember, after we're done with this stream, you can always check out Weather Impact 24/7. It'll be up 24 hours a day. So check it out tomorrow morning before you head out towards Harborfest, or even on Sunday as well. So that Harborfest forecast this afternoon, a couple of isolated showers, 81, but notice those rain chances going up with scattered afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms both Saturday and Sunday. 50-50 shot at some rain, especially later into the afternoon and evening. So weather impact alerts as we go into Saturday and Sunday afternoon, and temperatures hold in the mid-80s right through the middle part of next week. Notice still chances for scattered showers or thunderstorms each and every day.
All right, Evan, thank you. Now, Evan, you know they have a pop-up driving range, a unique pop-up driving range at Town Point Park, and I believe Craig and Alex have found it. Hey, you two. Uh-oh.
You know, I don't typically look up to Alex quite this much, and then I realize he's on a 5-inch platform here.
I'm 5'8",
there
which
he
is the
is.
national average.
He's
and we're
great.
pretty much the same height, okay?
Hey, you know what, though? Rumor has it, big hitter to Alex. We'll see here. We've got a target out there from Splash City Golf, and it looks like Alex was already taking some practice. Jason, I don't know if you can see this, but he took off one of these giant 18-inch
You may be a better golfer because you've had more time
to practice in your old age.
Oh,
so
my goodness. He just went there. And I liked Alex so much before this live shot. All right, so we do have a little bit of room to work here, but I want to bring up the man. Come on over here. We're good. This is Dan Bucci with Splash City Golf. You guys are out of Baltimore, but you come up and down the East Coast and you do events like this.
That's right. We have our golf shot bot floating golf target, and we use biodegradable golf balls to hit into the water. We do events for corporate events, weddings, and festivals like this.
You know, I've been out on the course before where I'll say, not myself, but other playing partners get frustrated. Sometimes they'll just drive a ball off into a lake or something. But in this case, these truly just, they biodegrade.
That's right. They go in the water, they sink, they're gone within 2 weeks.
There you go. So again, no harm to the environment at all. Just a lot of fun for folks to come out here. And you've got several platforms. So basically this works. You can basically, I guess you buy a golf ball because you sure don't get them back.
That's right. The idea for Harborfest this week is that you buy a couple balls, you try to hit our floating golf target. Each time you hit it, you get a raffle entry. The grand prize at the end of Harborfest is $500.
Hey!
So if you hit the target a couple times, you get more chances to win some money.
That's really cool. Yeah. So for those of you that can actually golf, I do carry clubs, but I don't claim to be a golfer. Can kind of get around okay sometimes. I'll give you that. That's it. But if you are a legit golfer, you've got a chance to maybe walk away with a little bit of money this weekend. That's cool.
That's right. I mean, it's also really fun to do. It makes for great Instagram pictures, but of course, winning $500 is a nice little...
That's not a bad way to go. Yeah. Now, you know, you guys put that thing in there, and I know the currents didn't carry it there. How does this work? And Alex, come on back in, because I want you to have no... Look, he's going to walk in front of Jason's camera there that way. He didn't even know that. That was such a rookie mistake. That's okay.
What was that? No,
you just walked in front of that camera.
Okay, fine.
No, we can't get enough. We're good. All right, so now I don't want to have...
Thinking about aesthetics, you know, so I don't want to...
I don't want
to... the big picture, so I don't want to cut across the picture.
Big picture here. All right, so
what's the wager here?
Well, there's no wagering.
What about this necklace?
Oh, all right. We're gonna attempt to do this, but there is, you know, like you said, we put it in there, but it's over there, and you guys can steer that thing. How does this operate?
So there's a trolling motor inside the target, and inside the trolling motor is a GPS unit. So it's GPS enabled. We use spot lock technology to keep it in place. So we hit an anchor button on the app. It fights the current the entire time, and it stays in place.
Oh, I like it. All right. So, Alex, we're going to go ahead and chip a few balls out there, and we won't even have to grade technique. I'll tell you what, though. Alex, you hang on a second. Here, I'll let Dan do this. I'm going to switch clubs if we're going to that right
Okay.
there. So, all right. Hang on.
Looks like a good setup.
Okay, see?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Any pointers? Any pointers we got?
Keep your head down and your arms straight, and you should be good.
Pretending I'm athletic. Okay. Let's see here. So, I guess I should aim for that, right?
Yeah, aim for the target. It's a good piece of advice.
All right. Let's see here. Whack one. Here we go. Let's see. Oh. A little low.
That's okay. That would run on.
Get it up.
That would run on the course. Yeah.
Hey, wait, quick question, Alex. That was a beautiful swing. Were you aiming at the Coast Guard? What was going on there? They're here to protect us and save us. If you were to overswing and go right into the water, they would be here to pull you out, and you're hitting golf balls at them. What's that about?
All right, just give an athlete his piece. All right, give an athlete his. I need space.
All right, go ahead. Here's your space. Wait, are you
gonna...
still aiming for the target, or are you just looking to?
I'm aiming for just forward. I'm aiming for forward. All right, here we go. Let's see. Well, that was really good. If the yellow was
okay, that's great range. Let me hit one of these here. You hold. You can do the commentary. Hang on, Alex. This is going to hurt me to bend over and pick this up because I'm so old, Alex.
I mean, those are your words, not mine. Okay, and in a previous life, I was a sports commentator. So let's see if we.
You better just be careful.
Now that's actually my ride because I'm going to be getting a. I'm going to be getting a ride with these Coast Guard folks here in a couple minutes. So, Craig, we got to hurry this. Hit straight out, I suppose. Yeah, okay, so here he is. Trying to fight Father Time.
Here we go. But that's way over there. I mean, I'll just put one out that way, all right?
All right, here's Craig Moeller fighting Father Time, lining up his shot. Focus is intense here.
Look at that. There we go. You know, a little too much strength, but a pretty clean shot.
It was clean. That was clean.
Bring the target over a little bit, cleared of the fire department, and then we'll go for that. Can you do that? Can we bring it over a little bit?
No, I actually have to go catch this boat.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, Coast Guard, so that's mine. So
all right, well, okay, so here, let me show you what's happening out here at Harborfest. Alex is actually going to go out with the Coast Guard here in just a minute. I will now challenge probably the worst decision I've ever made in my entire life. Mr. Daniel Bucci, the man running the show, all right, the king of Splash City Golf. All right, let's see how you do. The target's right there.
Oh man, a lot of pressure.
Yeah, now. See, he's sitting back there saying, you guys are all doing great until it's on
I run Splash
him.
City Golf, but I'm not on the tour, so I'm not used to this. But.
All right, now we do have a state trooper boat. We'll wait. We're good. Hang on. Yeah. Hey, we will not swing right now. You're good. Yeah, it is generally a bad idea to swing golf balls towards the Virginia State Police. And again, thank you to all of our first responders. There is a ton of just great presence out here from the military, several law enforcement agencies all represented here, and everybody's out having a great time. All right, you've got an open target. Let's see how you do. Daniel Bucci, Splash City Golf. That's pretty smooth. He didn't try too hard. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Look at this, just a little long. All right, I'm going to give, that's okay. I was almost impaled with a gap wedge. Hang on a second. All right, you can hold that.
Okay.
I can't see it. Oh, you can't see the ball?
No, I can't see the target.
Oh, no. All right, well, let's see. If we can pull the target just a little bit back that way. We good? You got it? I don't think you have to worry about the target, by the way. That's adorable. Jason thought I was going to hit the target. All right, here we go. All right, here we go.
Oh, that's a great swing.
So we really needed it back about 20, 30 yards the other way. I mean, I get it. We had to keep the target down the river there so that we could see the target. But clearly I was aiming for when the target was back up there. Guys, this is a lot of fun. I'm not going to burn through your golf balls here, but I will tell you, you want to come on out. How many different events like this, do you do? I guess you just go to different festivals and obviously things that are on the water.
Well, there's no event like Harborfest that we do. This is very unique. But in total, we do around 50 to 75 events a year.
Wow, so a lot of interest. And again, no harm to the environment, just a lot of fun. And I'd imagine, over the course of Harborfest weekend, you'll get a few pretty good golfers out here that want to give it a shot.
Oh, yeah. Once they hit it once, they got to prove themselves they can do it again and again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good challenge for golfers, and even those who aren't golfers, they just love the experience.
Yeah, it's really it's a lot of fun. Not unlike Top Golf, where the ball's a little different compression, but it still flies off the club good, and it's a fun experience. It really is cool.
Yeah, right. Obviously, the ball has to be certified biodegradable, and so you take away some of the stuff that makes a regular golf ball fly, and this is what you end up with.
Yeah, but it is fun, guys, and I really, really encourage you guys to check it out. I will tell you, you look here now, all right, again, as somebody that runs these events, you see a sky where it's mostly sunny to partly sunny. You're feeling pretty good, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, this is heaven. This is great.
I gotta tell you again, and we'll hear more from Evan Stewart here in just a moment. This is a weekend where you need to stick to your plans, okay? There will be chances for some showers or storms over the weekend, but there are going to be stretches where the weather's pretty nice, like this afternoon. And right now, we couldn't ask for better. There's a nice cool breeze, getting a lot of sunshine. I think you'll get a lot of folks out here.
Yeah, this is paradise. So come on by this weekend and hit some golf balls with us.
All right, Dan, thanks so much. Guys, you see Alex. He is going out with the Coast Guard, I believe. Oh, there's Alex. Right. Wait a second. He missed that boat.
Oh.
I think Alex just dodged me. That's what, Alex, we thought, Littlehales, all right, he's being briefed and probably signing waivers when he goes out to do real reporting, all right? So anyway, Alex will be out there. We'll hear more from him in just a minute. Janet, do you have any questions for me? Well, I will be happy to answer them for you.
Yeah, Craig, that looks really hard. I mean, it looks like, I'm wondering, how often does somebody actually hit that thing? It looks too difficult.
Great question, Dan. All right, so Janet, our anchor back in the studios, was asking, it looks pretty hard. How often do people actually hit that?
Yeah, I would say on average about 15% of the balls that we see actually hit it. Wow. And so when we do competitions, it's not doesn't go in. It's you can hit any part of it.
Okay.
So you can skip it there, you can line drive it there, you can fly it in, you can still get a chance to win the prize.
So it's really more about lining up to hit the target. My next question was, does it need to stay in there if it bounces out? But you're saying if you hit the target, you're gold.
You hit the target, you get a raffle ticket. It's hard enough to do that.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Again, I'd imagine a lot of folks will want to come out and do it. A little bit of a breeze. You know, that's what I was really doing here. I was playing the winds, and they failed me a little bit. That's why I wound up just off to the north of the target.
Oh, is that what it
happens.
was? Okay.
But I do know what the winds are like. We'll go with that. Janet, this is so much fun, and I know you're back there actually working in the studio, but you need to come out here too. This is cool.
I am.
All right.
I'm coming out later.
Go ahead, Janet.
I'm coming out later this afternoon, and when you see Alex again, tell him we're going to get put on a T-shirt. I'm aiming for forward. We're going to put that on a T-shirt since that's what he's trying to do.
I will let Alex know. Look, I think he's actually putting on, look, he's got on flotation gear back there. If you see Alex, again, doing some stuff, getting ready to go out on the water. We're going to hear here. We'll step out of the way so you can get a good look. They're getting ready for the next segment. One other thing I'll tell you, again, for those of you that have ever maybe you know somebody, or maybe you yourself have thought about maybe a career in the military or in the Coast Guard, I was talking, they've got some recruiters out here and some folks that while they're doing these amazing displays and you're getting a sense for just how incredible their work is, there's opportunities for you to learn more about what's going on with the Coast Guard, how you can get involved if you're interested in talking to a recruiter. There are a lot of folks out here that will be more than happy to talk. And speaking of somebody that's more than happy to talk, Easy-E, Eugene Daniel, has come out to join me here on, look at this. Look at him walking up with his shades.
What are you doing?
Well,
are you hitting balls into the water?
Dan Bucci here runs Splash City Golf. Eugene. Eugene Daniel.
Pleasure.
He is our anchor here with me on Daybreak. You all know him at home. And, you know, I guess you wouldn't mind if Eugene gives this one quick shot, would you? All right, here.
Okay.
Here we go. No pressure, Eugene.
What am I doing? Am I
All right.
hitting out there for real?
There's a target right there. Now the secret here is you put it in the flotation device. You do not hit the Coast Guard. If you hit the Coast Guard, we have an incident. No, you're not going to tee up a gap wedge. You just hit it up.
I was just getting in position.
All
I
right.
need to get out the way.
Now I'm not talking. Go ahead. I'm moving. Here we go. All right. I am not standing over his ball. Go ahead and address the ball. Go ahead. Take a look.
Craig, I don't
Take a look. Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay. Watch the backswing. Okay, let's watch. Go ahead. I'm not talking, Eugene. You're doing. I'm messing with him. Go ahead. Eugene's choked up a little bit. He's got very athletic. He's hitting off his front foot. Oh, look at that. Oh, Eugene did great. I would just say he's a little bit short. Just not a lot short. Just.
Oh, that's payback from a conversation we had earlier. But this is so much fun.
This is great, man. I will tell you, this is for us out here at Harborfest 13 News Now. You know, we were having fun with Connor, and you and Ashley did a great job at the Parade of Sail. This is just a great time to come on out and enjoy the vibe. It's great.
It really is. Honestly, I came out to get food and saw you guys
saw the
were
funnel
over here.
cakes.
I saw you were over here. I had no idea you were doing this, but this is really just an example of all the different things. I was watching the kids over here. They're playing the basketball hoop and all kinds of stuff. So it's a good little vibe out here, man.
Yeah, it really is. And we're fighting a little bit of wind. Now, in all seriousness, you know, you just walked up here cold, took a swing, and you came the closest of any of us. Eugene is
game is my best game.
Eugene is the man. He really is. This is going to be a good time. How long? So you're going to be out here meeting people at the tent for a little bit, or you just checking?
I will. I'll be doing that tomorrow. I'll stop by the tent for a little bit. I literally came out. You know, Jordy Clark was out doing the hits about the different vendors, and then there was a Cajun vendor. You know, my family's from Louisiana.
Right.
And it's not every day that I get some really good quality Cajun food. And the guy had the Louisiana accent, so I trust it.
Yeah. Did he give you a aye kind of thing?
No, I'm going to go find him now.
Like
but I'm going to tell him that you did that, though.
I love Cajun food, too. I got to find that vendor. So, all right. Well, listen, again, we're out here this afternoon. I'm going to be out here through our 6 and 6:30 time period with more live sights and sounds. This has been a blast. Again, Dan, thank you so much. This is Dan Bucci from Splash City Golf. This is really cool and a lot of fun. And I'll remind everybody, you see us hitting these golf balls. They're totally biodegradable, so it's fun, but it does no harm. They go out there, you said they're gone in about a week or two, and they dissolve. So I'll give that back to you. Again, I want you guys to check it out. This is Splash City Golf. Eugene, congratulations on coming the close. He walks up, give me that, up, closest to the target. Now he's ready to go eat. Good to see you, buddy.
All right, man.
All right, Janet, I'm going to throw it back to you.
All right, thank you so much. You know, I don't even golf, but I think I could have done a better job than those three out there. Oh, well, maybe not. Okay, Alex, he was getting ready to jump in with the Coast Guard. He put on the life vest and everything, and so he's going to take us out on the water. Alex.
Hey, yeah, I am live out here on a Coast Guard boat. I did not know that this was happening until about an hour ago, but they always praise versatility and adaptability here in news, right? So here I am, though, and this is actually a really cool opportunity that Lieutenant Junior Grade Lyman Dickinson kind of offered 13 News Now. So what we are going to be seeing, well, first we're actually going to, in a couple minutes, be seeing the rescue demo that the Coast Guard puts on at Harborfest, usually on the first day. Correct me if I'm wrong, are there multiple rescue demos throughout the weekend, or is this the one that people are about to see here? Is this the one that is the whole weekend?
We have one planned for today and tomorrow.
Okay. So over my right shoulder, a Coast Guard helicopter is actually about to come in to this section of the Elizabeth River to where Harborfest is taking place. And for folks that have not seen this in action, it's quite the spectacle. It's basically a demonstration of a search and rescue operation for the U.S. Coast Guard. Basically, we're gracious enough and grateful enough to be able to have this vantage point from the water itself. And where our boat is going is actually the Incident Command Center, the Unified Command Center. And this is basically the location. You can see and hear the helicopter off in the distance there. Where we are going on this boat is the Unified Command Center, and it is basically the Joint Operations Center for the Coast Guard, local law enforcement, fire, state, local, federal responders. They are all based out of that one hub, just making sure that the waters here at Harborfest are safe, that they are, that everything is moving and happening the way it's supposed to be. And so you can actually see over Lieutenant Dickinson's left shoulder there, the helicopter. And so if I'm doing a little bit of play-by-play here, you can basically see that the Coast Guard helicopter is demonstrating to all of the guests and the patrons here at Harborfest, this is what a Coast Guard rescue operation looks like, and people are getting a first-hand view of it. So I'd be happy to take any questions if I'm able to hear it this close to the helicopter.
Yeah, that is always a really fascinating thing, Alex. I don't know if you can hear me, but occasionally we do cover these stories where the Coast Guard.
I can, Janet.
Yeah, we cover these occasionally where the Coast Guard, has to go out and do these absolutely fascinating rescues. I mean, the amount of time and training that it takes. I mean, can you ask him a little bit about that, about what the training that goes into this, being able to do it?
Yeah, and it's actually a crazy, it's actually a pretty, I think we're gonna get a little bit wet here.
Uh-oh.
Potentially. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's all part of the Harborfest experience, right? And I will answer that question in just a couple seconds once I know a little bit more about what to expect from a visual standpoint.
This is interesting just to watch.
Yeah, I mean, where else could you find this vantage point apart from the hard work of 13 News Now's Alex Littlehales coordinating this interview and this never before seen vantage point? Oh, getting a little sprinkles here. But it is actually quite refreshing, the water that's being kicked up from the Elizabeth River, because it is hot out here. And a little bit of me is pretty thankful that this water is misting me just a little bit. You can probably see the water in the camera lens a little bit.
Yeah, I can see you're getting a little sprinkle there. Now, are they gonna like let down a ladder or something, or?
Let me ask our wonderful military official here. Hold on. Let me ask him this question. And what I was actually told is that Lieutenant Dickinson actually dropped this little nugget as we were up close to the helicopter. Lieutenant Dickinson actually used to do this. Now, when you say you used to do this, did you mean at Harborfest, or this was your military career, was operations like this?
This was my prior career before I commissioned as an officer. I was a helicopter rescue swimmer in the helicopter.
And one of my colleagues, Janet Roach, is basically asking me to ask you, just to explain the level of training, the level of expertise, and just the level of commitment when you are tasked with doing, an operation like what we're seeing here.
The training is very difficult for a reason. We all take this job very seriously. We want our training to be harder than anything we're going to experience in real life, because when we train, we think about having to go save our own family, save our own children, and we want to be prepared for any situation. So that's why our training is the way it is.
Would you mind explaining to us and people watching our stream just what we are seeing? I see someone out of the open bay door there, so what exactly are we going to be seeing?
So right now the rescue swimmer is positioned in the door. They're doing their final checks between the flight mechanic who operates the hook and the pilot. And right now the swimmer is doing a free fall deployment into the water. So the swimmer gives the I'm okay signal, the helicopter will back away. Right now the crew is talking internally because the pilot cannot see what's going on in the water. So it's a lot of teamwork between the rescue swimmer, the flight mechanic, and the pilot. All through internal comms, they're helping each other out.
And I just realized that person that just deployed into the water, I mean, they're wearing a ton of gear. I mean, how much weight is that, and how much more difficult does that make this entire experience?
Altogether, it weighs anywhere from 20 pounds to 30 pounds, depending on the season. Makes it difficult, but we train for it. We've got the right equipment.
How many of those kind of rescue operations did you do in your time, in your professional career, before switching over and taking a backseat a little bit?
Alex, I wish I would have kept a better record, but there's countless times where we were out helping each other. Not only me, but everybody I worked with.
Where were you stationed? Where did you do most of your active duty, if that's what you would call it?
Yep. I was stationed in Elizabeth City, North Carolina, Savannah, Georgia, and San Diego.
Oh, you're from Savannah. Oh, you spent some time in Savannah.
Did spend some time.
Okay, that was my last media market. So
all right.
Yeah, and so now that
Talk you through what's going on.
Yeah, talk me through what's going on over my right shoulder now that this guy's in the water.
So right now the helicopter flew away, and the rescue swimmer is using their radio to direct the helicopter back to their position. Once the helicopter gets into position, the swimmer will signal for a rescue device. That flight mechanic will communicate what the swimmer is saying with his hands, right? It's all hand signals from the water. We do have radio communications, but we primarily use our hand signals. Once the helicopter comes back into a hover, they'll get the rescue device ready, lower the rescue device, and the rescue swimmer will simulate putting a survivor into the rescue device.
So basically all that we're missing from this simulation itself is someone that's in the water and it needs rescuing. But everything that we're seeing is how it would look, minus someone who's in actual danger, correct?
Yep, exactly. And that's how we train every single time, no matter where you are in the country. It's going to look exactly the same because we want to have it ingrained. So when it's time to do the job, we can react appropriately and we fall back on our training when things get stressful.
Now, in other training scenarios, is there, because in this situation, there doesn't appear to be, a buoy or a thing that is being rescued. In other training demos and simulations and practice, is there something or someone that this person is supposed to be, quote unquote, rescuing?
Yes, we used a couple of different things. We refer to it as SpongeBob or Rescue Randy. And so if you ever see somebody throwing something out of the helicopter during one of these demonstrations. It's designed.
Well, Janet, it must be very nice and dry and warm in the studio back at 13 News now.
Yeah, it is, Alex, but yet you having that vantage point to see that fascinating work, that has to be, even though you're getting sprinkled there, that has to be fascinating. I just think what they do, you cannot thank them enough for that hard work. I mean, just imagine how thankful the people are who get rescued like that, because wow, you're definitely in a life or death situation, and the training must be pretty intense, and they do it so precisely and just seemingly easily. I know that can't be an easy job, but very fascinating, and yeah, we thank them for everything they do.
Yeah, I would say that the point you just brought up is something I was organically going to bring up myself, is that when you're out here, when you're literally feet away from the demonstration, from this rescue, they do really make it look so easy. And I think that speaks to just the level of preparedness and the seriousness that, folks like the Coast Guard, like Lieutenant Dickinson, like the seriousness and the level of intensity that they bring to their job. I can't imagine, and maybe this is something you could speak to, I can't imagine that anyone who wants to go into the Coast Guard or wants to get into this line of work, they do it because they feel a need to help, right? They feel a desire to bring some kind of positive impact to the world. Is that what what can you tell me just sort of about the people that get into this line of work from an active duty standpoint?
I believe everybody has their own story, but there's a nucleus of service to our community, to our country. And no matter what job we do, we're always providing a service to our country. We do it with a smile on our face, and we all love our jobs.
So again, you are seeing the Coast Guard demo of a search and rescue operation here, and it's quite the sight for it. If you can tell, the Portsmouth border, the water line for Portsmouth is right there. Just a couple of feet behind me on my left shoulder is Town Point Park. And here, hundreds of spectators are simply witnessing the kind of practice and the kind of hard work that active duty Coast Guard members do on a daily basis. So, yeah, that was cool, I'd say, Janet.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Alex, you can hear me?
I can, yeah. I can,
okay. Okay, yeah, just a commitment to duty of service. Yeah, wipe down a little bit. Yeah, we see all those sprinkles on the camera, but hey, it was worth it. That was really fascinating. And yeah, thank you for sharing that. Tell him thanks so much for taking you out and being able to share that with us, because it really gives us a greater appreciation for what the Coast Guard can do.
Yeah, I'll get it later. We're gonna need to go this way. Stay to the right.
If that's something you want me to relay, Janet?
Yeah, sure. Relay that to him. Yeah, we really appreciate him being able to share that with us. Yeah, pretty fascinating.
I will, and sorry if...
Maybe you go past that red buoy.
Yeah. And I don't know if you can still hear me, Janet, but we are on our way to what we were originally intended to actually... That was actually a bonus.
Oh.
That was a bonus treat. And because what we are doing right now is we are going to the Coast Guard's Incident Command Center, and basically we did not want to interfere with the rescue operation and the demonstration that was going on in front of us, right? So that was actually a complete bonus. We weren't necessarily supposed to see that from that vantage point, but we did it. Hey, so.
Well, I certainly appreciate that. Yeah, thank you for that. That was really neat to see. And it's all the more reason why, Harborfest is an example of everything that Harborfest has. A lot of people think about the food and the fireworks and the drone show, but it's so much more to it than that. There's so many different educational components, and we've been seeing a lot of that this afternoon.
I know that you're just kind of rolling with the punches as well, so I'm sorry.
glad it's something I knew how to talk about.
All right, Alex, thank you. All right, we're going to take a look back at the history of Harborfest. You know, it's been going on for a while. So former 13 News Now anchor Philip Townsend has a look at the waterfront 44 years ago.
Charm we've known for more than 4 decades. Check out the downtown waterfront in 1981.
Harborfest stood on a waterfront site bordered by little more than empty warehouses and old piers.
No waterside, no Town Point Park. That would all change by 1986.
For Waterside Phase 2, Dominion Tower be completed. We hope to get some development started and underway in the Banana Pier landmass.
A completely different landscape and new problems brought on by a growing population and growing interest in the festival.
Harborfest as we know it will have to adapt as downtown Norfolk continues to develop.
You know, Mardi Gras covers a lot of streets. You may find that it just becomes a better and larger and more diverse festival in the future.
And we're hoping to take that same message into our future today. Harborfest is back, adding one more year to the country's longest-running free maritime festival.
All right, now to the weather in Evans. So this afternoon, we have this Defiant Crew Pirate School. That's going to be going on in just a couple of minutes. That's something that's going on outside there, as well as Her Majesty's Secret Circus Show. Then that comes up at 3:30. So much going on out there. And right now the weather is cooperating.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good out there for this afternoon and this evening. It was great seeing that retrospective, seeing Cynthia Lima, the Hey Good Hardy, the homecoming that we used to do. Some great things out there. And, Harborfest of the past, we've had showers and thunderstorms. I remember a few years ago I was out there. I'll be out there this Sunday afternoon from around 2 to 4. I remember a couple years ago we had tornado warnings and we had to evacuate the park. So it seems that thunderstorms and Harborfest go hand in hand, and we are looking at chances of showers and thunderstorms as we go into Saturday and Sunday. We have weather impact alert days for both Saturday and Sunday into the afternoon. Now, we started the day with some showers around. That area of low pressure is just sitting over the Chesapeake Bay, slowly pushing eastward. And while we are tracking just a couple of leftover showers in the area, you can see sort of those popcorn cumulus clouds that are showing up here on the satellite view. We are expecting a dry evening, just a slight chance of an isolated shower. You can see in this whole view, 57, now we're up to 66 lightning strikes. Most of those are up here back behind the banner, but we are tracking one little lightning strike down there. Now earlier, had a couple of showers moving through the peninsula. Those have pretty much fallen apart. Just one little leftover sprinkle there in Gloucester County. Still tracking some of those showers up along the eastern shore. We still have that flood advisory that is in effect until 4:15 this afternoon. So here for another hour and 15 minutes or so because of some of the heavier rain that we saw earlier. Now we have more moderate shower pushing along 13 over towards Chincoteague and Assateague Island. And we've been tracking a couple of heavier downpours down here through the Pamlico Sound. You can see here just north of Rodanthe, there's one of the last lightning strikes. So there are a couple of isolated thunderstorms out there, but for the general forecast, you can see not much showing up on radar and not much here on Futurecast as we'll go here through this afternoon. By 9 o'clock this evening, temperatures in the mid-70s, generally clear. And that's the time that we're expecting the drone show to go off. And notice those winds coming in out of the east-northeast at around 5 miles per hour or so. So I don't think wind will be an issue for the drone show tonight. Now, during the later part of the overnight, there could be a couple of passing showers. And then we get into both Saturday and Sunday, where we're looking at the chance for some afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms, some of which could be on the strong side. So starting out mainly dry on Saturday morning, temperatures in the 60s to around 70 degrees, climbing to around 80 by midday. Could be a couple of passing showers, but I think as the cold front approaches and moves through, we'll see a little better chance for some of those showers and thunderstorms, especially down into areas of northeastern North Carolina. Futurecast has sort of been hinting at that over the past couple of days, that the best chances, at least during the afternoon, will be right along the state line and southward. And it's still showing that a warm day, temperatures in the upper 80s. And when you have those warm temperatures and the higher humidity, that sort of sets the stage for the possibility of some strong or even severe thunderstorms. Could be a few more around even towards 9, 10 o'clock. Of course, 9 o'clock is the big fireworks show. We'll have to see if it will delay those fireworks. Futurecast, just because it's showing a thunderstorm here right through Chesapeake and Virginia Beach, doesn't mean it'll exactly be there. It might be a little farther to the north or a little farther to the south or a little bit earlier or a little bit later. So it sort of just gives us that general idea that there will be some scattered showers and thunderstorms likely in the area into the early part of the evening and the overnight, and then things will quiet down. Sunday morning, could be a couple of showers, maybe a rumble of thunder in the morning, and a better shot later into the day. And we'll see a few more showers or thunderstorms firing up. Temperatures during the afternoon on Sunday in the low 80s, and we drop back into the 70s in the evening with those showers and thunderstorms moving through. So weather impact alert days for both Saturday and Sunday. Notice that the entire area just about is under that level 2 risk. That means scattered showers and thunderstorms that could be strong or severe. And really the same thing into Sunday. Notice the map really doesn't change all that much. So if you are going out to Harborfest, if you have plans this weekend, know that the potential is there for some strong to severe thunderstorms during the afternoon and evening. And I know the officials there at Town Point Park do a great job of monitoring the weather, working with us here at 13 News, working with the folks over the National Weather Service to make sure that they have the park cleared in case there is any severe weather. And this is a great time to mention Weather Impact 24/7. It's here streaming on 13 News Now Plus. It's a 24-hour channel that gives you satellite, radar, current temperatures, hour-by-hour forecast for all across Hampton Roads. You can see this one was for Tappahannock, now it's for Virginia Beach. So a great way to check out the forecast before you leave to go out towards Harborfest. So our Harborfest forecast, in a couple of isolated showers this afternoon, scattered showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon and evening, both Saturday and Sunday. And even early next week, we're looking at those chances for showers and thunderstorms as temperatures will be pretty much average in the mid-80s next week.
All right, Evan, thank you so much. And you talked about the drone show. That drone show is supposed to take off 9:30 tonight. So how in the world do they prepare for all of that? Craig Moeller, again, he's going to let us know what you're behind the scenes of the show.
Yeah, they're getting set up right now, Janet, here at Town Point Park at Harborfest. You can see the line of drones. They are just starting to set these out. And I'm going to bring in the drone guy from Image Engineering, Phil Keller. Thanks for joining me, man. You got one of these drones. This is one of about 160 you guys are going to fly tonight. Is that right?
Yes, we're flying 160 drones tonight. We got an 8.5 minute show set to a soundtrack and featuring a couple of surprise elements and a lot of old favorites from around the town here. So.
It's really incredible, and you might be wondering if you've never seen or heard about a drone show. I mean, you're basically able to put lights in the sky and configure pretty much anything you want to. Isn't that right?
Correct, yeah. So we've been working with the city for about the last 2 or 3 months. Going from storyboarding process to programming the entire show, getting feedback from them and everything. Nail it down to, like I said, a good 8-minute show out over the water here, and should be good.
It's incredible. Now, the first time they came out with the drones, I was here, and to see that very first one, the response from the people out here, you know, we've got an amazing fireworks show, and if you can get out tomorrow night for the fireworks, highly encourage you to do that. But the drone show got every bit as much or more feedback. People absolutely loved the light show. So let's talk about what these things do and how you get these things to do this.
Yeah, so this is the X1 quadcopter, of which we have 160 here to fly today, plus some spares. Yeah, it's basically programming on a computer, on a timeline, just laying out the elements of the show. You're programming both where the drone is going to fly and what color it's going to be when it gets there. The real artistry, I think, is in making sure that the drones don't collide into each other, that the transitions between the looks really good and is smooth. I say it's kind of easy to program the base thing, but then get it to massaging it all into place, yeah, and look very good is where all the artistry is.
I'm seeing a number of lights flashing in the bottom. That is a programmable light. You said about a mile visibility. Tell me about how that works.
Yeah, so again, based on this has a real-time GPS in it, just like your phone. It talks with our base station here, and as well as up to 40 satellites, whatever is in visibility at the time. And then based on its elevation and its speed, it'll change a certain color so that all the pixels come together and make images.
Now, it is incredible, and It looks like the Victory rover is pulling out there, so that's what we're hearing in the background. I want to ask you, you brought up visibility, how many satellites are visible. I do want to ask, because I'm a weather guy, I'm a meteorologist. He didn't know that. He's down from Baltimore right now. But as a meteorologist, I'm always interested in what kind of parameters you're looking for. I've been forecasting for your drone show all week, but I'm always interested, is there a wind threshold? Is there a ceiling threshold or visibility? Or what things are you most concerned about?
Yeah, these are good questions. We are, based on our waiver with the FAA, we stop at 400 feet above, we'll say sea level today. Right. And that keeps us just under most helicopter traffic and things like that. It's an acceptable limit. We're looking for clear skies, beautiful weather. Day much like today. This is perfect weather for this and everything, so it actually gives us our maximum visibility all over the planet, as far as where we're going to be. Wind speeds, it's very similar to fireworks in that regard. Around 15 miles an hour sustained or 20 mile an hour gusts, we start really questioning what we're going to do. We'll take various readings and make an assessment. Anything over 20, it's got to be a decision call then. Okay. Anything over 25, no show.
So you say sustain would be more like 10 to 15, gusts 15 to 20 is where you guys start looking at it.
That's where we're worried about it, yeah. Okay. So.
And it's interesting with fireworks, of course, you have winds, you worry about embers blowing and smoke and all different things. With this, you're more worried about them just operating in their right position.
More about if they collide, they usually come falling down, and we don't want to do that. So that's kind of what we're worried about. As the number one rule of safety, we don't fly over people. That's why we're going to take out and go over the water, make sure the waterways are clear. So, yeah, with the wind, I mean, they can all, a gust of wind, if they all kind of get blown off at the same regard, they can offset and kind of correct themselves. We can power through a lot, but safety's number one, and then we want to make sure it's a good looking show,
So do these things, are they at all temperamental? Like, do you have them like, it's like, okay, they're going to adjust okay in this situation or that? Or do you find them like, oh, we're really, really borderline in these things? I mean, so you've been working 4 years?
Yeah, so the software has come a long way. The state of the art's actually getting to a much healthier spot at this point, I think. They're a lot more predictable. It's much more binary as far as like either it's not going to work and it's out for the day, or it's going to work fine, Okay. So, yeah.
It's super cool. Now, I'm going to step back over here, Jason, so you can get a look at the field. Your associates are setting them up. Basically, how does this work? You set them up in a configuration, and just talk to us about what they're actually doing right now.
Right now, they're just sitting there. We're going to put some batteries in them in a minute, and then we'll start lighting them all up. It's really a translation between what we're doing in the real life and what our software says. So we're going to start powering up, making sure that it's aligning with the software and that we're actually in the right physical space, and we can wiggle things around a bit as we need,
But you start them off, you said about a meter apart?
Meter spacing is what we're going for this show, yep.
Okay, and once they're out there, there'll be a field of 160 out there that they take off in concert, or do they go up in waves? And then
they'll go up in waves, yes. Okay. It's we call it the pancake because there's a couple layers. It's I don't know what the setting is on this one, but it'll be about about a fifth of them at a time. We kind of go up in several waves, come up as like a large box to be sparkling and everything. It's actually the coolest part of these shows, is when they take off and when they come back in. It's in your face, at least for me. It's very majestic. They'll take off in a big stack, kind of swarm into a shape, and then start our approach out over the water. And then generally they'll sparkle and everything, but then kind of like we'll have a fade out, and then they'll assemble into the first image. I'm not going to say what it is.
Right.
That'll light up the sky, and then everyone kind of has that, oh, and the show is really going at that point.
So I'm going to say real quick, okay, you just shared something I'd never thought about, and for those of you who are smart enough to be checking out the 13 News Now Plus stream, and you're catching this, I never thought about the takeoff and landing, because we're over maybe by the concert thing, you go, oh, look, the drones are up and you're coming. If you are over a little bit closer to the Nauticus side of the park, and you can take a glance, the whole area is, partitioned off so you can't get close to the drones. But to see, yeah, please don't. But I mean, to see them take off would be pretty cool as well.
It looks cool from anywhere. I guess on our end we have a unique perspective because it's right in our face. But it looks great from anywhere. Again, we've learned that having the takeoff scenario have like all the drones kind of doing like this sparkle chase thing. It just looks like this glittery mass going into the sky. It looks great from anywhere, yeah. And that's a good question. The show is actually oriented towards from this side of the park all the way down to the end of the pier there. So it's any seat in here is going to be a pretty good view of what's going on.
I'll definitely state that all the way down along the river here. at Town Point Park, you're going to be able to enjoy the show. It's out over the water, and they bring a lot of the displays kind of down, and then you guys reset. And one other thing, your content, you had mentioned this earlier, it really is unique. A lot of it will have significance to our area. Absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, think about that. The drone show is customized and designed to speak to Harborfest, our tradition, certainly our military. I can tell you, I'm not giving away what the images are, but it's awesome. It really, really is. Now, as far as the time, is it 9:30 to start?
9:30 is the go time, okay. Yep.
So 9:30, you definitely want to be down here. This is one where you'll want to be at Town Point Park to enjoy the drone show. And very quickly, your company, Image Engineering, while you're handling the drone aspects of this, you said this company does all kinds of real cool stuff around the country.
Yeah, we're a special effects company, national based, and a good bit of Europe too. We do predominantly sports. We have a touring division, our sister company, Image SFX. Shout out those guys. We do a lot of sports teams. We do the Baltimore Ravens, Philadelphia Eagles,
pyrotechnics, and
Washington
lasers.
Commanders. We do game day special effects. It's lasers, pyrotechnics, cryojets, all sorts of things. We build custom things for various teams, and we're very proud of that. It's good work.
Yeah, a lot of really cool engineering and science and math go in to making all of this work. And when you check out the NFL and you're watching them take the field and you see all the different pyrotechnics and things going on, know that that's part of the same company group that's providing our drones. So very cool stuff. Good luck. Now, I guess you've been doing this, you said 4 years. So at this point, I mean, you've got this down pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, there's a certain amount of confidence, but every show is, a chance to, get it right or not. So, I mean, it's the same amount of diligence and hard work and care and concern out of all of us every time, So we're down here, we want to do this right,
Awesome. How many people do you have in your group? You got, what, 4 or 5 or so?
There's 5 of us today.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, good luck to it. I really appreciate your time, Phil. I know Absolutely. You're getting Great. It set up. And, again, I cannot stress it enough. If you've never seen it, come on down. If you've seen it in the past, he said there'll be a couple new things going on as well. So it's definitely something you will enjoy. You were saying when those things, when they start getting configured up, they go green, they're happy and they're getting ready to go.
Generally green is good, yep. Red is bad. And that's the thing, most of the days is spent just making sure everything's aligned just right. So we hit that sweet spot, a few hours before show.
So last question, about how long does it take you to set all of this up? I mean, do you have to set all the drones' wings out, or when they pack, do each one of them get their own cases? This has got to be a job.
It's a job. It's mostly bending over 160 times, so that's a lot of it right there.
So your hamstrings are great, your low back, yeah.
Every day, yeah.
All right.
No, but we're good. Basically, they come out of the case and just set up ready to go. We have to keep them oriented north, and then again, mostly just talking to satellites and trying to keep everything oriented and software is happy. So.
All right. Well, great stuff. Good luck tonight, Phil. Really appreciate it. And we will look forward to these 160 drones as they get them all out there, taken to the air and putting on a great show. Janet, I'm going to send it back over to you. I know Evan's been providing great weather updates and content. I need to get into the models a little bit myself. Coming up tonight during our 150 minutes of news, I'm going to be talking about I keep saying Harbor Park, Harborfest. Ted Baruti and Jordan Lett will talk to them a little bit about what they do if storms do threaten. I know we've got a chance for storms tomorrow night, but I think everybody's all smiles here this afternoon. I guess Evan will be watching with those winds. Again, as long as the sustained winds are less than 15 and the gusts are less than 20 to 25, they should be in great shape for tonight. I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, what a great behind-the-scenes look at that, Craig. I am so fascinated about those drones. I mean, I have actually flown a drone somewhat, okay? Can't do all that.
Yeah.
But
all right.
But it's just fascinating. I can't wait to see it and hear all about it. So yeah, thanks for that behind the scenes look.
You got it, guys. I'll see you in just a little bit.
Okay. Thank you much. Okay, Alex Littlehales, he has been running around doing all sorts of things. He's been golfing. He was with the living barge. He was with the Coast Guard. And now you are what?
Yeah, running around is definitely a bit of an understatement, considering I'm currently in Portsmouth right now, and I started the hour over in Norfolk. Yeah, so running around is definitely an understatement, but it's all worth it because joining me right here is Captain Peggy Britton with the U.S. Coast Guard, captain of the port, and we are facing Harborfest from an angle that we don't ever get to see. We are at the incident command post, which is, again, just a vantage point that we do not often get to see here at Harborfest. So, Captain Britton, thanks for taking a couple minutes of your time. First, wanted to ask, what exactly is this? Where are we? And for folks that are at Town Point Park and at Harborfest, this is something that they don't get to see, but obviously is a huge part of the Harborfest experience that makes it all happen. So where exactly are we right now?
Currently, you're over at Hospital Point on the Portsmouth Naval Medical Center. They allow us to use this footprint where we can set up our response posture in case anything were to happen. And it's fortunate, actually, when people can attend and not be impeded by any posture that's on the water, but we also want to make sure that we're there to keep everybody safe, because as with any big planned event, we want to just make sure that everything is going according to plan and that people can have fun and do so in a safe manner.
You've been with the Coast Guard for 25 years,
yes.
You said? So how long have you had how long have you overseen the operations here at this specific command post in relation to Harborfest?
In relation to Harborfest, my first Harborfest was back in 2015.
Okay.
So I've actually had a decade of seeing this, and it's really evolved through the years. We perfected every year with some lessons learned, and we're really gearing up not only for this weekend and keeping everybody safe, but for Sail 250 in June of 2026.
How complicated are operations like this? Obviously, there's so many federal and state and local agencies that are a part of just making this all happen. How many, from a staffing standpoint, can you just tell me a little bit more and help our folks understand just like how much goes into this?
There's a lot of effort that goes into this. The hallmark of Hampton Roads is that we're a team. This is a team sport. And so today you have over 100 different first responders from local police, fire, EMS, Coast Guard, active duty reserve, and auxiliaries all have come together to enforce waterfront and waterside safety and security. It's really a true team effort, and it's complicated, but with a little bit of advanced planning, which we've put into this event, we're confident that everybody will be safe on the water this weekend.
You mentioned it's complicated, right?
Sure.
What is the most complicated part of, from a logistics standpoint, what is the most complicated part about the weekend? Is it, I can't imagine just how much logistics go into something like this, but is there something in particular that you see every year that's like, wow, this is usually difficult, or this is definitely our biggest thing that we keep an eye on?
Sure. I would say maybe complicated is not the best word, but complex, certainly. The Parade of Sail, there's a lot of moving parts, and the maritime environment is very dynamic. A lot of things could happen very quickly, and so we really have to be on our toes during the Parade of Sail, but also with our search and rescue demonstrations, the drone show, the fireworks. And really, just as we're doing any of the waterfront events, we're just trying to make sure that everybody does so in a safe manner, but still enable fun.
Janet, this is Captain Britton here with the U.S. Coast Guard. Is there any questions that you may have?
You know, she's talking about all the things that they have to keep watch on. You know, there are a lot of boaters who dock there. You know, if you go out, you can see, a number of different boats out there. And there's certain rules and regulations I know that they have to follow. Is that something that they monitor at all, or is that pretty much the boat police?
So I guess the question is the rules and regulations surrounding boating right now, even just recreationally, how much of that is this response versus, local police, if I'm understanding the question correctly? Like, what is the response like, and attempts to just kind of look over recreational boating at this time over this weekend?
Specific to Harborfest, and this is the 49th year that we've done this, we do implementation of regulatory measures to make sure that people are safe during specific times where we do have to secure the waterways for just a limited time to make sure that all the first responders and all the recreational boaters and everybody is safe. And that's predominantly during the drone show and the fireworks display. And so the Coast Guard is working with all of the partners to make sure that we enforce those zone closures, but get them open as soon as we're able to once the event is concluded.
Just a wealth of knowledge. Janet, anything else?
No, that's it. I guess we are all thankful that they are there and protecting us, because we really appreciate the hard work and the dedication that they do.
Yeah, just thankfulness, for the response from all the responding agencies. Yeah, so thank you. Thank you, Captain Britton.
Thanks to everybody who's participating. This is amazing. Fest Events is wonderful to work with.
All right, there you have it, Captain Britton, over here at the U.S. Coast Guard.
All right, thank you so much, Alex. We appreciate that. And now I guess just another update, kind of run down the schedule. We talked about the drone show that's going on at 9:30 tonight. That's the big thing for tonight. But also tonight, let's see, that Splash City Golf is from 3 to 8. And then you have the visitation of the ships that are out there. That's going on from 3 to 6 today, and it's from noon to 6 tomorrow to visit all the ships. If you saw the parade of sail, there's so many ships docked out there, and they're going to have visitations for those ship tours open to the public. A reminder, though, that strollers are not permitted on those ships, as well as wheelchairs and any kind of like mobile devices that the rails and the alleyways sort of on the ships are not able to handle that type of thing. So you just need to wear your comfortable shoes and go out there for these ship tours. They are free. They are open to the public as well. And then tomorrow, the big fireworks show. That's at 9:30 tomorrow. At night, 4:30, we have the Tug Master earlier in the day. And then at 1:30 tomorrow afternoon, another search and rescue demo by the United States Coast Guard. And if you were watching a little bit earlier, you saw a demonstration that Alex was able to bring to us. Absolutely fascinating. That's going to be going on again this weekend as well. All right, so are we going to Evan now? All right, Evan. The weather today has been fabulous. I mean, perfect. It's around, 78 degrees. It's going to change some over the weekend, but at least for tonight, we're good.
Yeah, I think we're good for the drone show. We are looking, though, at the chances for those showers and thunderstorms as we get into tomorrow afternoon and evening. And the same thing on Sunday. We have weather impact alerts for both tomorrow and Sunday because of the potential for some of those strong or even severe thunderstorms in the area. And of course, the whole team will be watching those showers and storms this weekend. We have this area of low pressure that's spinning around here through the Chesapeake Bay, ever so slowly working its way eastward. That's what brought us some of those showers earlier this morning. And as it continues to work eastward, we'll look for some clearing. Should be nice weather again for that drone show tonight. Right now, the winds are only looking to be at around 5 miles per hour, so that should be good. But there is a lot of unsettled weather out towards our west. You can see here in eastern Kentucky, we have a severe thunderstorm watch box posted. We have been tracking a couple of showers out there. We've seen some heavy rain up along the eastern shore, especially around Painter, at over an inch of rain. That's why we have that flood advisory still for northern Accomack County. That goes here for just a little bit more than an hour until 4:15. Elsewhere, things are dry, and we expect dry conditions here through the remainder of the afternoon and into this evening. Again, 9:30, that drone show. Temperatures in the mid-70s, pretty pleasant, partly cloudy. Forecast wind only at around 3 or 4 miles per hour. So should be great for the drone show tonight. Later through the overnight, there could be a couple of passing showers, maybe a rumble of thunder. Doesn't look like a big chance of rain overnight. And then Saturday, we start out dry, temperatures in the upper 60s to around 70 degrees. But notice as we get into the afternoon, those temperatures warming up into the mid to upper 80s, high levels of humidity. We start to see some showers and thunderstorms developing. And as we get into the afternoon and evening, some of these storms that do develop could be on the strong or severe side. You'll notice not a lot of rain showing up on the Futurecast. We'll take you to 9:30 for the fireworks show tomorrow night. Again, there will be some showers and thunderstorms in the area. Activity, since it'll be after sunset, will really start to be winding down. The question will be how quickly does it do so? It might delay the fireworks show if there's anything in the area, but I know the organizers always like to get that window in there. The good news is outside of any thunderstorms, wind shouldn't be too bad. So hopefully they'll be able to float the barge out into the middle of the Elizabeth and be able to fire off those fireworks. As we go through the overnight, another chance for some showers or thunderstorms early Sunday morning. And then that will determine whether we see some more showers and storms later into the afternoon and evening. Here you can see Futurecast calling for another line of showers and thunderstorms, maybe a little bit later into the afternoon and evening on Sunday. So, of course, we'll be in watching these storms, monitoring the threat for any kind of severe weather. And this unsettled weather really does linger into next week. So we do have that level 2 risk. That means scattered severe thunderstorms are possible for just about all of Hampton Roads. This is Saturday. And I'll switch the map. Not much change into Sunday. So both days we have that chance for those afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms that could be on the strong or severe side. Again, just another reminder that we have Weather Impact 24/7 also streaming here on the 13 News Now Plus app. You can access weather information 24 hours a day. We have Futurecast that is continuously updated. We have current temperatures like you can see there here in Manio and an hour-by-hour forecast. So it's right here on one of the other streaming channels on the 13 News Now Plus app. So check it out before you head out tomorrow morning or even Sunday morning, and it'll give you the updated forecast, live looks at cameras all across Hampton Roads like the DQ Grill and Chill at 17th and Atlantic there in Virginia Beach. Again, always streaming here on 13 News Now Plus. So this afternoon, temperatures in the low 80s, a few isolated showers, but a better chance for those scattered showers and thunderstorms on both Saturday and Sunday. Weather impact alerts both days. As we get into early next week, chance of a couple morning showers on Monday, better chance for some scattered showers or thunderstorms into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday with highs in the mid-80s. Janet?
All right, thank you, Evan. Well, this week's 13 News Now Vault lineup is all centered around Harborfest and Op Sale 2000. Today's video goes back to 1981 when Harborfest was in its 5th year. Reporters Kathy Barnsdorf and Garrett Glazer give us an up-close look at all of that year's festivities. A look back at Op Sale 2000 can also be found on 13 News Now Plus right now. Download it on your TV and watch for free. And that's going to do it for our 13 News Now Plus special Harborfest coverage.